Good afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. The World Series starts tonight as the Blue Jays host the Dodgers at 8. LA looks to win back-to-back titles while Toronto seeks its first since winning 2 straight in 1992 and 93. NHL Blue Jackets host the Capitals at 7, here on the Fan at 6:30. NBA Cavaliers are at the Nats at 7:30. College hoops, Eastern Michigan's Jalen Billingsley, Deshaun Nelson, and Jalen Terry refused to aid in an NCAA betting probe. They are no longer with the program and have no eligibility left. Ohio State hosts Ohio in an exhibition Sunday at 2. The Fans' coverage starts at 1:15. NFL, the Giants head coach Brian Daboll and running back Cam Scadaboo were fined for entering the medical tent while Jackson Dart was evaluated for a concussion 2 games ago. This update sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. In the spirit of Halloween, Awaken 180 is offering free consultations all month long. Call 844-346-1800.
The following is intended for immature audiences only. There's no such thing as a radio rating system. But if there were, this show would be rated O as in... Oh my God, this show is so stupid. These people should be in jail. Let's begin.
Good afternoon.
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy. Featuring Panama Ted.
Ted's a fun guy.
And the Crazy Soundboard.
Hola, I'm Dennis Farina. So much.
I even made just a little bit of a diagram for you.
56, and is that correct? Walk.
You little weasel.
Turn off your brain and unzip your pants. Here's Common Man and Timmy.
Happy Friday to all of our good, clean boys and girls out there. We got a fun one lined up for you. The man has the day off, but pleased to have my friend Scotty Vegas in the building for this lovely Friday episode. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you. And Timmy, happy anniversary, fan-iversary, because I hear you are now 13 years old in fan years. So congratulations to that.
That's very nice of you. I appreciate you saying that. I just saw the email a couple of minutes ago. I knew that it was somewhere around here. I didn't know do you know the exact date? Is that something that people know?
No.
Right?
No clue.
I knew I started in October. I knew when I came in that it was Penn State week. And then here we are going into Penn State week. And that was Braxton Miller's unbelievably ridiculous 1-yard touchdown run Penn State game.
Ooh.
Because that was Urban's first year in 2012. That was when I walked through the doors here.
Okay. So
after his season got started.
And I'm not much before you because I'm at 14 years. So I'm 14 years of the fan. You're 13.
Just had to do it, huh?
Yep. Had to top you.
Had to one up right there.
But we're at that awkward age, 13 years. We're starting to, feel awkward things and, get into mischief here. So
really, I know what you mean. And it's like you haven't quite made it, and I fully acknowledge it. I have not made it, not anywhere close to where the common man is. He's been here 20-plus years. You're in that. You've been here for quite a while.
Yeah.
But you sure would hate to get fired now.
Right.
That would not be good. If you could let me get to that 20-year plateau, then fire away.
Is that the goal? That's 20
okay.
years?
It's a good goal.
The goal? Okay.
That's a heck of a run.
All right.
It's a hell of a run, right? 20 years in this racket, in this business. Panama Ted is back there today. How you doing there, Ted?
I'm doing good, Mike.
How you doing, Tress?
Doing good, Mike.
All right, everybody is here and accounted for, and we got a big show coming up. We're going to have the head basketball coach at Ohio State on at 5:17. Ooh. Quick phone call. We might be teasing to something next week as well. So stay tuned. I mean, there's a lot of things we can get into. With just a short time with Jake Diebler because of the game coming up on Sunday. Perfect time for the Buckeye football team to have this bye week, so people can get out there with their families. Nice little matinee, 2 o'clock. And you have an in-state Ohio team. I know there's a lot of big Jeff Bowles guys. I like Jeff Bowles. I love him personally. He's a great guy. I always want to see the best for Bobcat basketball. It'll be fun to see the ball start bouncing. They've had a lot of open practices here recently, too. And, Scotty, I know you love it just as much as I do.
I do. Look, I was a OSU Hoops season ticket holder for 20 years, all the way up until COVID. And you know what, Tim? I'm back in. I am like all in after the huge recruiting news this week and all the excitement around the Ohio State basketball program. I'm telling everybody, now's the time to jump back in. You're going to be early. You're going to be early on the OSU basketball bandwagon because I feel really good about this upcoming year. And more importantly, Tim, I feel like Ohio State Hoops is headed in the right direction just long term. So
I know, man. I know. And you know all of my hater friends.
I know.
You've got them too, right? I mean, you yourself, you will flip on a dime and become a hater. I know you. I see you. I see you out there tweeting things, writing things. But it's that deal where we all feel it. If you've been a diehard and you haven't had that run to the second weekend since Aaron Kraft hit the shot against Iowa State.
Yeah.
That was it. That was their last run of the Sweet 16. Wow. It's been way too long. It's the longest stretch in history since there's been an NCAA tournament since 1941, I believe was the first one. Longest stretch where Ohio State hasn't been one of the last 16 teams standing. So that has got to change. And while you got to get back to the tournament first, it would be nice if you could just kill two birds with one stone. But I really do feel in my heart like I would be negative if I had reason to be. And I know it's just like this thing that keeps pulling you back. They were in the position late in the season to do it. They played their way out of that position. But I look at what they've done, and I'm not guaranteeing you second weekend. I'm not doing that. I'm setting the bar. They've got to go to the tournament. I think everybody knows that. That's every year. How can they not be better?
Yeah.
They lost some guys that had to leave for this team to get better, and they kept the guys that you would want to handpick to stay. They must be better.
Tim, it's so funny because after the big recruiting news and Ohio State landing a huge recruit this week, I was kind of texting all the buddies like, all right, here we go, program's back. It's in the right direction.
Oh, let's make sure we get him first. All right, let's make sure we get to the signing.
Sure, but then everybody, a lot of the texts back were all right. You're like this every year, right before the season starts. You get all hyped up, you get all excited, you have all these promises. You're thinking big things, and then we get let down in January, February, March. And I'm like, nope, not this year. Not this year. So you and I need to make a little pact.
I can attest to that because you were doing that last year, and I was doing a little bit of that last year,
and
too.
the year before. And the year before that.
And I'm sorry. I am.
But you and I need to make a pact. Okay, this Ohio State basketball will make the NCAA tournament. If they don't, you and I have to do something. We'll figure it out along the way.
You did that the last time you were here.
We'll figure it out along the way.
I don't even remember what it was.
I don't know either. I make a lot of bets. I make a lot of guarantees. Whether they come through or not, who cares? We'll figure it out later.
I think people generally care, right?
Yeah, probably
There was a dude in Pittsburgh that just had to pierce his nipples.
Well, I'm not doing that.
He's going to the shop with Ryan Day.
But you figure out the punishment. If OSU basketball does not make the tournament, you and I need to be punished in some way.
Yeah, you're going to have to get some kind of tattoo.
Oh, okay. All right, you too. We're both in this together.
Although, what would it be? Like, I don't want it to be a negative Buckeye basketball tattoo. I know I've seen that commercial lately where it's of someone's favorite team, and he just keeps Xing out the years
that they don't
He gets
do
like
well.
the national
Florida Gators.
It's a Gators. It's a Gators fan.
At the end, they have the mascot, and they're like, maybe we should do this.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still searching for my first tattoo. Anyway, do you have any?
I do not.
No tats?
No.
Aren't you also getting to the age where you feel like you want to desecrate your body? Because I am. You don't have that desire?
No, gotta say. This would be a punishment. If OSU doesn't make the tournament and we have to get a tattoo, to me, that would be a significant punishment.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends on what the tattoo is, because it's not really a punishment for me, because I've been verbal here lately about wanting to get one.
Well, if it's not a punishment.
It would have to be something that I didn't want. Then that would be a serious punishment.
Okay. All right, we'll figure it out. We'll figure out the punishment. But they are making the tournament this year. We are making that call right here, right now.
That's just great. We have no idea what it is, but it's going to be something. It's
going to be terrible.
We've got to go to jail Friday right here. I know you'll be dying to participate in this as well. 3:46, we do the big shebang. I've got my jailbirds for the week, and then all show long at Man and Timmy 971 on Twitter and X. You can text the burner phone. I've got the burner phone right here in my left hand. He's got hand 614-787-3093. or the Gmail, goodcleanboy@gmail.com. We've been reading some of your very kind notes about the show, going back to obviously when it was Man and Bone for many, many years, and even before it was Man and Bone. And since I've jumped onto the show here this year, it's been awesome to read. But throw some of your jailbirds at the email as well. And I mean, I won't even know where to begin this week. I've got so many. It's usually a week-to-week type of thing. World Series Game 1 is tonight. I don't know where your mind is on baseball. I know you're not the biggest baseball guy, but I kind of got invested into this one, hoping to see the Seattle Mariners do it. Anytime you got that team, you don't have a dog in the fight. You've got that team that's never accomplished something, and they're the only ones in the sport that hadn't made an appearance in the World Series, and they're going to have to keep waiting. I can't imagine getting one game away from accomplishing that. If you are, like, imagine that in your Buckeye basketball sense, you know? Not Buckeye football, because we just won the national championship. They've won 3 now this century. But if you think about getting that close, like when Buckeye Hoops did against Florida.
Yeah.
And the fact that it was Florida that prevented you from cutting the nets down for the first time since the early 60s. That's real pain.
It is real pain. In fact, that's the last time, Timmy, that I cried over a sporting event. Was that Ohio State, Florida? I was down in Atlanta. I made the drive. I went all the way down there and was at the game, and it was a tough game. OSU had that opportunity, right? And they just couldn't hit any threes.
Yeah.
And they just couldn't shoot the ball from the outside. They lose that game, and I remember getting back to my car and just had one of those moments where I'm sitting in the car thinking, I got to drive back from Atlanta to Columbus tonight.
Alone.
And I was all by myself, and there were Florida fans ripping on me as I'm walking back to the car. And I got to the car, and I sat down, and one of those
like
tears came down.
A real cry.
A real cry.
That's like a real man.
A man tear.
That's a different kind of thing.
Yeah.
The grown man sports tear.
Yes. Yeah.
Man,
that was the last time.
And it's probably not like that whole waterworks kind of thing, but one where you probably kind of sucked some air in a little bit. You did the...
Yeah. Well, it was so much emotion. I can specifically remember
breathe for a second.
Sitting in that driver's seat and thinking, oh my gosh, this was so close to the greatest night, and it just wasn't. And, had to drive all the way back that night. And I can still remember sitting in that seat for probably 10 minutes before turning on the car and sitting in traffic for an hour.
Well, that's very sad. Well, we're not going to be that sad for the entire show. Scotty Vegas is here. That's great. As we approach the Penn State game here, back to football, I don't think any of us could have dreamed this thing in particular would turn out this well for the Bucks. That's next. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got a couple-minute delay due to an accident that's in the right lane if you're on eastbound 70 on the east side approaching 33. You're going to notice it's a little slow from Alum Creek Drive. And we've got over an hour delay due to an accident that was in the construction zone on westbound 70 on the west side near Hilliard Rome Road. This report is sponsored by Ohio 811. Call before you dig. Contact Ohio 811 at least 48 hours before you dig. It's easy to do, and it's the law. CenterPoint Energy, Columbia Gas, Duke Energy, and Enbridge Gas want you to dig safely. Contact Ohio 811 every time you dig. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Enjoy rates lower than the national average, plus special rates on balance transfers with a Visa Platinum or Visa with Rewards credit card from BMI Federal Credit Union. Apply today at bmifcu.org/visa.
Everybody poops, everybody pees. Mommy, will you call Mr. Rooter, please? 'Cause I gotta poop and I gotta pee. Only Mr. Rooter can clear the drain for me. Thank you, Mr. Rooter.
Hi, everybody. We call it what it is at Mr. Rooter. When you have a plumbing or drain problem, the team at Mr. Rooter is ready 7 days a week. Call us today and take advantage of our $95 drain cleaning special. Visit us at MrRooter.com. We'll be there quick.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up. You get early payout on parlays, too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply.
The
football season now stretches from August to late January, and we can't afford not to be at our very best all season. Hey guys, it's Eric Reeser, and if you're like me, looking at the calendar wondering how you're going to stay at 100% for the next 5 months, do what I did. Go see my friends at Hydrate Me Med Spa. I went to their Grandview location, got hooked up with a fast vitamin push that's got me feeling better than I have in years, and the NAD Plus has me thinking better too. From IV to aesthetic treatments, look great, feel great at Hydrate Me Med Spa. 4 locations, Grandview, Granville, New Albany, and Dublin. Book your appointment at hydratememedspa.com.
Busy schedule? This is Ryan Krieger, and Krieger Ford has you covered. Krieger Ford offers pickup and delivery, or our mobile service van will come right to you. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today only at KriegerFord.com.
At Retail Rush, you can find name brand products at unbeatable prices. We source products from big box stores and auction them online starting at $5. Get up to 90% off retail prices on home decor, lawn and garden, and more. Bid now at retailrush.com.
At Logan Services, we're more than heating and air. We're a family-owned business that puts people first. For decades, we've built our reputation on honesty, hard work, and treating your home like it's our own. From the first phone call to the final handshake, you'll work with a caring, local team that shows up on time and does the job right. Because comfort isn't about temperature, it's about integrity. Logan Services, family-owned, people-focused, and proud to serve its customers.
Make your Halloween a good deal spookier at Meijer with frighteningly good low prices. Get 25% off costumes for you and your little creatures. Select varieties of Halloween candy are buy one, get one 50% off. And beautifully crisp 3-pound bags of Honeycrisp apples or half gallons of fresh from Meijer apple cider are buy one, get one for just $1. This selection and savings at Meijer are enough to make you go wonderfully batty. You see what I did there, batty? Halloween at Meijer. Always a ghoulishly good deal better. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
It's time for Buckeye basketball season. Well, almost. Catch Jake Diebler's Buckeyes in an exhibition game against the Ohio Bobcats.
Live fan coverage starts Sunday at 1 with the Tip at 2.
Proud to be your home of the Buckeyes, The Fan.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Helping a new driver get ready for their road test? Here's a convenient new way to make the most of your 50 hours of required practice driving time. The Road Ready Ohio app, available now at no cost to new drivers and their families. Road Ready Ohio keeps track of your driving experience together, providing feedback and safe driving tips. It even generates the documentation you need for the Ohio BMV. The Road Ready Ohio app, free to download in the Apple and Google App Stores.
Progressive Insurance. Not only does Progressive let you bundle your insurance, they also give you round-the-clock protection. Get a quote today at progressive.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Expect skies to be mostly sunny on this Friday after such a cold start, but still this afternoon we will struggle to get into the mid to upper 50s. As we go into tonight, partly cloudy and cold again with lows right around freezing. And then for Saturday, patchy frost in the morning, turning into partly sunny skies in the afternoon and highs in the mid to upper 50s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
This show cuts harder than a Cape Cod chip inside Timmy's mouth. This is Common Man and Timmy.
Thanks to my guy, Scotty Vegas, for stepping in here today for the man on a nice little Friday. What have you got coming up this weekend? I got the Jacket Sweet Night tonight.
Yeah,
that I'm
that's
really
awesome.
excited for. Get to hang out with some of our lovely listeners. I'm going to bring my son along. Jack will be there, so we're going to have a good time tonight.
That's awesome. So I love doing the Sweet Nights. I've done the Sweet Nights for many years with the Fan and love it. Now, here's my suggestion for you tonight, Timmy. And I know you're going to have about 16 of you in the suite. I suggest each one of you come up with a little leg of a parlay and do a little same game sweet parlay for tonight.
Interesting. So how does that work? Like if all of us each individually do a different leg, how do we combine that then?
Well, you just do a same game NHL parlay, whether it's shots taken or, whatever NHL parlay you want to come up with. You take the Blue Jacket game tonight and you look at all the player props and all that good stuff and put 16 of those together. So everybody's got a leg in it, right? So all 16 people have something that they suggested as part of the bet, and you follow along. And then if one leg or a couple legs of the bet lose, then you can really rib on the other people in the suite. It's a lot of fun. It's what I do in the suite.
You really are a sick man, aren't you?
I really am. As
really
I was describing that, I was thinking, boy, that's a little much.
When this NBA stuff breaks, you just sit back and say, yeah, that figures. I know about that. I can see how it gets to that point.
Yeah, and absolutely, you have Jack going, as you mentioned in the suite.
He doesn't have the betting app yet.
Not yet. You haven't put one in his name yet.
I mean, I downloaded it. It's just we just have to wait till he turns 18. Is it 18?
21. Must be 21 or older.
Yeah.
Gambling problem. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
God, you think I would have known that?
You read it a lot. I hear your spot a lot.
I do. No AI common man reads that.
Okay.
I don't usually read the disclaimer. Once you're 41 years old, you stop caring about whether it's 18 or whether it's 21.
Yeah.
It just doesn't really matter at that point.
To answer your question, what I'm getting into this weekend, believe it or not, Tim, is a little haunted house. Yes, it's bye week.
What?
And my buddy, he's turning 43. He said, let's all get some friends together, and we're going to go up to Mansfield and go to one of those haunted houses. So that's my weekend. That's my Saturday night.
How many kids are going?
No kids. 6 adults. 6 adults. Apparently, it's this big corn maze, and people jump out at you. There was this option, Timmy.
Corn maze is wrong.
I know, but that's what he picked. It's his birthday. It's not my birthday. It's his birthday.
You can say no. You can say that's dumb. I'm not going.
I can't say no. But by the way, part of the ticket was you had the option, and this was more money. There was an option where you could be touched during the maze. So like you could have the characters, actually touch you. And that's another $7 added onto your ticket.
I want to be touched.
Yeah.
I want to have a ghoul reach out and touch me.
Right. For $7 more.
For $7
per person
to get manhandled.
Correct.
It costs extra to have somebody come up and violate me.
Yes.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So that's my Saturday night.
No kids. Like this is just this is the extreme haunted house. I mean, I guess I knew that there was a market for this. I think we've done stories here recently. Ohio in general as a state is one of the bigger states in the U.S. for having this kind of theme stuff. And then we know that our amusement parks, we were just doing the story yesterday that Travis Kelce bought into Six Flags amusement parks with a group. And so they'll have like 9% stake in the whole company, which that's a pretty penny because Six Flags owns everything now. And they bought up Cedar Fair, but they always do a big like October, whatever they call it, the Fright Night or the Haunt, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I've done it once, but we were up there with a child. We took Jack, and they have a little area of the park where they say you might not want to bring the kids there if they're not 13 or older because it's a little bit more vigorous.
Yeah, no, it's intense. We generally do one of these a year because the group of friends loves the scare, and we get together and we do one of these, and it's generally pretty miserable at the end, and we all walk away and like, why did we do this? And yet we sign up to do it again the next year.
Yeah, I don't know. Why don't you guys go like apple picking beforehand? It's like another fun thing.
Yeah.
Fun outdoors.
I'm out on the
thing.
apple picking.
Yes. Good.
Yes.
We can agree.
I'd rather go through a haunted house than go pick apples.
I think I rather
That's
would
a
too.
chore.
I'd rather get violated by a ghost than go and pick apples.
Like I am paying.
Just send me to the mire
to go pick apples. I am paying to go do a chore. It makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
Like the apple picking people are loving it because they're like, we got to get rid of these apples anyway. And we're going to charge these idiots to come pick them for us.
And they charge them more. Oh, they're more fresh.
Yeah.
Farm to table. right?
Right. No, I think I'll go with the Instacart option instead.
And the deal is, if people aren't there picking them, all these apples are falling on the ground, and they're going to have to clean them up. So they're like, oh, these guys are just going to clean them up for us.
Bad apples, man.
Yeah.
Bad apples. You don't want them. So I want to talk a little bit about Matt Patricia, Ohio State defensive coordinator, because I was seeing something this week. Well, he was on the coaches show yesterday. For starters, he filled in for Ryan Day. Ryan Day had a last minute thing. He had to bounce. I mean, it's the bye week as well, so there's an opportunity there. If you got to do something in the personal life, they can make good there. And it's cool to get a guy like Matt Patricia, who has the experience that he has. And I've really loved the Matt Patricia, the person, because there was a lot of negativity about him with how things worked in Detroit. I forget who it was, but there was somebody that was just blasting him about as much as you can blast a person for the time in Detroit, and like the way that he was with the media. And my goodness, like, we could not have a better version of Matt Patricia. And I know maybe things are easier when you're winning and when things are going well, but he's a big part of that. He's a big reason why, and it's the football mind in Matt Patricia and everything that he learned defensively in all those years under Bill Belichick with the New England Patriots and winning Super Bowls. And man, he has got something that is clicking, that is helping these guys play faster. And that's where I bring up Jim Knowles, who is still the defensive coordinator, much maligned right now with how many points Penn State is giving up. The fact that I don't know how much his head is spinning, the fact that he made that move, or the fact that James Franklin is already fired, and how he might having to think about looking for another job, and that contract's not going to be there after this year. But it is crazy. I know Buckeye fans have not stopped thinking about Jim Knowles being on Penn State's team and how much that's going to add to the whooping you want to give next week. I thought about that before the season, but could you have imagined how much better off you'd be losing Jim Knowles, who was one of the best last year, and having Matt Patricia come in and do this already?
It's absolutely incredible, Tim. And if you think about it, and listening to Patricia yesterday, one of the things that I loved was how he was talking about his relationship with Larry Johnson. Because if you remember, like last year, there was a lot of talk of internal fighting.
But they always denied that.
They did.
Everyone
they always denied it.
Always denied it.
I get it. Yeah. I get it. But there were a lot of people talking about there were issues within the coaching staff, specifically the defensive coaching staff, and how things were handled. And you hear Matt Patricia talk about Larry Johnson and how when Matt Patricia was in the NFL, they loved taking guys that Larry Johnson coached because of how well they were coached up. And so you love to hear that. The other thing that, the fact is, the motivation of Ohio State next week was already going to be there because it's Ohio State, Penn State. The initial line on this game was Ohio State 3.5 before the season started.
Unbelievable, right?
Now, we are looking at that line is 19.5. It has moved all the way up to 19.5. That's how big of a favorite Ohio State's going to be in that game when the line comes out on Sunday. It'll be 19.5 at least. It'll probably move up a little bit. But the motivation that Ohio State's going to have for Ryan Day to just name the amount of points that they want to put on Penn State is going to be incredible.
Yeah, and I cannot even imagine. I don't think Ryan Day, for 1 second, is going to be feeling sorry for anybody at Penn State. They're a wounded duck right now, and you just want to pour it on. There were some hurt feelings, we know, about the way that championship ceremony went with Jim Knowles' departure and all the he said stuff about whether I was welcome at that celebration or not. And hey, man, if you are looking to leave right away this is basically a division rival. This is like if someone from the Yankees goes to the Red Sox, it's just like that. It's somebody from North Carolina's staff goes to Duke's staff. There's not going to be a whole lot of good feelings in the immediate aftermath of it.
Right.
Like
it's Roddy Gale going to play basketball at Michigan.
It is. And we know when we've heard of guys, people in the program that have left to go take gigs up in Michigan. It's done. Mm-hmm. It's done. You understand that. So I cannot imagine what Ryan Day and what Matt Patricia have in store for Penn State next week. Timmy. It's one of the biggest things on my mind when we get to that game. So we shall see. Scotty Vegas is hanging out here today. I'm trying to come to grips with something that I clearly will never understand. I might need some help to understand this fully. That's in 2 minutes. Tell you what I'm talking about. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
Traffic is moving a little slow on westbound 670 from 71 to Neal Avenue. And watch out for an accident that's on the right shoulder of eastbound 70 on the east side approaching 33. This report is sponsored by Ohio Laborers and Ohio Lesset. The Ohio Laborers Union, they're more than just hard hats and tools. They're the backbone of Ohio's infrastructure, constructing vital projects that shape your communities. From iconic bridges spanning rivers to underground tunnels, they build connections that stand the test of time. Build Ohio right, build it Union. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic sponsored by Hydrate Me Med Spa. Next level wellness, 5-star IV and aesthetic treatments. Look great, feel great. 4 locations in Central Ohio. Book your drip at hydratememedspa.com.
Delaware County Veterans Services is ready to help you access VA benefits, emergency financial assistance, dental and medical grants, transportation, and more. Give Delaware County Veterans Services a call, 740-833-2010 to schedule an appointment.
Do you feel the nip in the air? Oh, baby, people think summer's driving season. They're wrong. You spend more time in your car this time of year taking your dirty, annoying kids to dirty, annoying things. Go see my friends at Germain Lexus. They have special rates as low as 4.49% on their most popular models, including the 2026 TX350. Lease a 2026 NX for as low as $449 per month. And if new isn't your thing, they have plenty of L's certified inventory on the lot. Stop in and see them. Germain Lexus of Dublin and Easton, GermainLexus.com.
Hey, it's Timmy Hall for Central Ohio's most trusted and experienced group of orthopedic experts, Orthopedic One. They helped me with my hip pain, and I trust they can help you as well, because Orthopedic One is where you go to get better. So find a physician or location at orthopedic1.com.
Did someone say jackpot? The Ohio Lottery's Mega Millions jackpot is at least $680 million. That's $680 million. Jackpots start at $50 million and grow faster than ever. Play today and pick up the new $5 Win Big Scratch Off. It has a top prize of $100,000, and non-winning tickets can be entered into My Lotto Rewards for a chance to win Cleveland or Cincinnati football tickets, and even a trip to football's biggest game. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
This show has over 50 years of combined radio experience. They also have a combined mental age of 11. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by our friends at Hinderer Motor Company. Scotty Vegas is in today. We have a lot of fun things coming up this afternoon. We have got Go to Jail Friday. We're going to be doing that all show long. We got the big segment coming up in the next segment at 3:46. You can always get them in to get started at Man and Timmy 971. That's on Twitter next, and you can text the burner phone 614-787-3093. Anybody from this past week that you think needs some good old-fashioned time behind bars, then send them our way. And we have Jake Diebler coming up on the program at 5:17. So we look forward to that. They have the exhibition game coming up against Ohio. So, Scotty, I'm watching Thursday night football last night. San Diego, I did it again. Los Angeles Chargers. A week after they wear those god-awful pea-colored uniforms, the yellows on yellows.
Didn't like those, huh?
Didn't like those at all. They go back to the LaDainian Tomlinsons.
Beautiful.
They go back to the Antonio Gates, the Drew Brees era. Those were unbelievable. And I don't know what I'm missing here, but all I see all over social media, when any of these teams decide to do that, to wear their throwbacks, people go nuts. And I go nuts. But clearly there must be some kind of disconnect. They must not love them, or when I say we, I mean we as in everybody. Everybody, the greater good that the NFL is trying to go after. Because I understand at my age now, I might be moving into another demographic, right? Like we talked recently about why we set up this email, goodcleanboy@gmail.com. We asked a lot of you to send us a note. Tell us how old you are, a little bit about yourself. Because when we had looked at the data recently for the show, we were seeing how wide-ranging the demographics were, how old people are, a little bit about their background. But I get that for me. I am in a point of life where nostalgia wins.
Yes.
You know me about the Buckeye basketball uniforms. I want script Buckeyes to be the base uniform.
And I want the old Jimmy Jackson, those grays that are really shiny.
They're fantastic.
Those are the best jerseys.
But the ace sweat really pops on those
yes,
grays.
it does. But it's got to be the shiny. I know they've tried to redo that. You know, I think back to like E.J. Liddell in those gray uniforms with Ohio State, and it's gray, but it's got a little bit of scarlet. It's not shiny enough. It's got to be like the Jim Jackson
sheen on it.
Shine. Yes. Let's find a way.
You want more rayon. That's what you need.
Yes.
You need 85% rayon.
Best. Those are the best.
Well, they use them, though. They do use them, and that's the thing that I do like, how teams, like whether it's the NFL or we just blended it into college basketball there, they are using them. But help me understand how it seems to me that everybody loves it so much when teams wear these old uniforms, where I think you want to be really careful with things like that. I can remember, everyone knows I went to Kansas, okay? And right around the time where I was in school there, they decided to change their font. And my goodness, was it bad. And did they ask anybody? Did they ask any of the fans, any of the student body? No. They just switched to Adidas. They went Nike to Adidas, and they switched. They kind of call it their circus font. If you Google up pictures of Rafe LaFrance, Paul Pierce, Collison Heinrich, you'll know. And they switched to some dumb curvy thing.
Yeah.
With the K curved out a little bit. It made no sense, and they finally started going back to it 20 years later. Who'd have thunk it?
So let's go NFL. Right, let's talk NFL jerseys. And
what the Chargers did, that was awesome. Those look cool. And they have other ones, too, that are really, really cool.
I'll name the team. You tell me if you like the New Jersey version or the old Jersey version.
It's old.
It's going to be old.
Go ahead.
All right, Eagles.
Oh, my God.
Like the Randall Cunningham green.
Oh, my God. I don't think there's an Eagle fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kelly Green.
I love the Eagles. All right, Tampa Bay, the creamsicle. Yep. The Seahawks. We're going back.
The Steve Largents, the Cortez Kennedys.
Now, let me give you my
Jim
favorite.
Zorns.
My absolute favorite. I loved the old New England Patriots where you had the Patriot actually hiking the football.
I will say.
Big fan of that.
I will say, of all of the brands of the teams that have done a big switch, because that was a big switch. It was right around when maybe Drew Bledsoe started banging.
Yeah.
And then he got taken out. And then Brady came in. Theirs are good. I like their uniforms. They don't offend me.
You like their newer ones better than the old ones?
No. I'm just saying I still like
the new ones.
like them. I would have appreciated they just stayed with the old, and maybe they wear these new ones. Why wouldn't you just wear the new ones every now and then? As an alternate.
Yeah, four games new.
That's what you're supposed to do. Ohio State picks a game or two where they wear different looking uniforms, but they've always stayed true to who they are, which is one of the most famous brands in football. I don't know, like the Bears wouldn't change, right? The Packers aren't changing. You're not supposed to make big
the Packers did
changes
change
like that.
a little bit. They've changed a little bit.
Okay, but you got to go back to like what, the 20s or 30s.
You know what?
I know the Steelers had goofy, like the Bumblebee uniforms way back in the day too.
Let me throw one other old uniform that I love, that I'd love to see, is the Oilers. I loved the old Oilers uniforms a lot. I think of Eddie George. You know, again, I like your idea
Earl Campbell.
Let's go
It's a different story, though.
Yes, I know, new city,
that
new
has
name,
to do
all that
with
stuff.
The NFL and the franchise did not do that the right way by keeping that instead of leaving it in the city where they were clearly going to have another franchise.
Yeah.
Like what worked out with the Cleveland Browns, and they got to keep their logo and their name.
Yeah. And you know what? Broncos too. The Broncos helmet. I love the old Broncos D with the horse on it. Like, I love that.
What is that new thing new thing that they came in with?
I'm with you though. I think it should be you play about 13 games with the old uniforms, and then you have 4 where you can mess around with newer
3
things.
or 4 where you go color rush or mess around.
Yeah.
I do love when Cincinnati breaks out the icy whites. I think that's really cool.
I think those are sweet.
Yeah, they're pretty sweet.
Let's get those twice a year.
They don't wear those every single week. I don't think they need to make that one of their main home or away uniform.
Twice a year.
Yeah.
Let's do it twice. Let's do the original 13 times. I think that's a good, fair thing. And back to Ohio State basketball, too. Those grays, those Jim Jackson grays, those would be great like 75% of the home games. I think that's got to be the deal.
Yeah, we're not in total agreement on how many of those are. I love having them in the hopper.
Yeah.
I need them. I need to have the Jim Jacksons. That's a perfect. You've got script Buckeyes white, script Buckeyes scarlet.
See, I'd get rid of white altogether.
Oh no!
Get rid of the white jerseys.
The white pops.
Nope, the white's got to go.
The whites. How do you
White's
know the
going.
whites?
Nope, no more white. Gray. It's got to be gray. Gray should be the home jerseys. No more white. Everybody's got white.
Yes, there's a reason everybody's got white uniforms. We got to be careful how many times we're saying this. Don't edit anything. We're talking about jerseys. That's all we're doing. I mean, you brought up the Seattle Seahawks. Their uniforms suck.
They do. Yeah.
They are trash. How can anybody like those? How are they able to switch from what they had to that? Too much of a switch. I don't like the Washington Commanders uniforms.
So
I've been outspoken about that. They should be the exact same uniforms as the Washington Redskins, only I get they can't have the name or the logo, but nothing else about it needed to change. The color scheme, the numerals, everything. That's why they've reintroduced those this year. I don't think I've seen them wear them yet, but they're going to eventually.
So of all the old traditional NFL uniforms, you have to pick one. Let's say I'm like, Timmy, you can buy one jersey of an older jersey.
You can't allow me to pick my favorite team there, but
excluding Washington.
I honestly think it might be Seattle. But the Houston Oilers ones, I was actually looking on Mitchell and Ness at they sell some jerseys that are almost like a sweater or a sweatshirt, like a crew neck. And they had an Earl Campbell one. I was trying to see if they had an Eddie George, a 27 in long sleeve, but it was more of an older style one. I remember my dad had a Johnny Unitas type of one for the Baltimore Colts. This garment, I did just call it a garment, must be 30 years old. I remember seeing it in his closet when I was a kid, and it was an actual heavy sweatshirt, sweater material. Big like number 19. And that's, you talk about a throwback, a Johnny Unitas jersey. That one's good. All right, folks, it is a Go to Jail Friday. We're going to start sending some people to jail next. Scotty Vegas is in. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got a 5-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking the left lane on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 5th Avenue. It is stop and go from East Broad Street, and you're going to hit a slowdown on southbound 315 from Kinnear Road to Town Street. This report is sponsored by Ohio 811. Call before you dig. Contact Ohio 811 at least 48 hours before you dig. It's easy to do, and it's the law. CenterPoint Energy, Columbia Gas, Duke Energy, and Enbridge Gas want you to dig safely. Contact Ohio 811 every time you dig. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Monogram Homes. Don't settle for standard. Go custom. Go Monogram. Visit monogramhomes.net today. Monogram Homes, a builder you can trust. You're listening to the Mount Carmel Football Injury Report, featuring the latest player injury updates from a fellowship-trained Mount Carmel sports medicine specialist physician, so you know who's in and who's out for this week's games.
Our doctor, as always, is Dr. Brian Galoni. Doc, let's talk injuries. Tampa Bay Buccaneers wide receiver Mike Evans. He unfortunately has been dealing with some injuries. Picked up another one Monday night where he broke his collarbone and looks like he's going to be out for a majority of the rest of the season, if not the rest of the year.
Yeah, T-Bone, it's not the worst bone to break. If these things are anywhere close to being lined up, they tend to heal well on their own, but still going to be a good 6 to 8 weeks before it's healed strong enough that he can get back into play. My worry is he comes back and that bone's not fully healed. He takes another hard hit and re-breaks that. Now you've got a bone totally out of alignment. Now they're talking about surgery, so that could be much worse if they don't give him enough time to heal.
Saints star center Eric McCoy, he's going to miss the remainder of this 2025 season due to a torn biceps injury. On a pain scale level, I mean, that's obviously tough to come back from, but just from a utility standpoint, probably hard to do much if your biceps is torn, correct?
Yeah, biceps is that Popeye muscle on your upper arm, and when you tear that, that muscle cramps up, and you actually get like that big bulge in your upper arm. It's pretty obvious when you do it. That's a major muscle that you use every day. You and I use every day, let alone somebody like this who's making a living playing on the line.
So his timeline for recovery for next year, is that something that it should be totally fine for him to recover for next offseason, but this year he's done?
Yeah, this is one where they got to go in surgically, pull that muscle back down to where it belongs, tie it off, sew it up, and then just let it heal. And then once it's healed, then he's got to start building strength back up again. I would think he would be back next season, but no way he's coming back this season.
Good info as always, Doc. We appreciate it. We'll talk again next week.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was the Mount Carmel Football Injury Report with T-Bone. Mount Carmel, because of you.
T-Bone's an expert at making mornings better. He brought back the bagel sandwiches at McDonald's. He feeds birds out of his mouth. And he hosts a radio show guaranteed to make you smile. Yay, T-Bone. Yes. T-Bone and Tyvis.
Weekday mornings at 6.
The Fan.
We have made our community a very important part of our business. One of the things that many people may not realize is that I was born and raised in Columbus. Our plant is in Columbus. All of our employees are from Ohio. And the community hears about all this stuff. And so the community trusts us.
See for yourself. Visit RosatiWindows.com or come to our showroom located at 4200 Roberts Road.
Your game day headquarters is here at ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus, the only place to watch and win. Catch every play on more than 30 TVs and over 50 feet of video wall. Score tickets, signed professional and college sports memorabilia, and pen cash prizes. Join the watch parties for every home team game with a tailgate buffet and bucket specials. Plus, get official game day swag with every table reservation. Game day lives here, only at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
There was never a doubt. The defending champion with a successful title defense at the Memorial Tournament presented by Workday. Commemorate the magic of the season and the 50th anniversary of the Memorial Tournament presented by Workday. Tickets are now on sale for the 2026 tournament. When you purchase by November 14th, you will receive a special edition ornament and enjoy best pricing. Visit memorialtickets.com for more details.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day. Hi, this is Max with Buckeye Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Winter will be here before you know it, and that means it's time to get your heating and plumbing systems maintained. Our True Comfort membership is designed to keep things in tip-top shape. Thank you for letting us keep your home comfortable and plumbing worry-free. And when you need us,
call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
It's Friday, and there's football. I shall call it Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for all things football. The Fan.
Two men who are not allowed to sleep in the same room as their wives. This is Man and Timmy.
I would like to tell you about my friends at Tri-State Men's Health right now. Many men remember their first time, but it's not the first time that you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that dreaded, ugly, no good, yellow ED hopped in there and got you. That's erectile dysfunction. If you're over 50, it's likely that you've had that first time yourself. But do not worry, Tri-State Men's Health, they are experts in giving everybody their own treatment for their specific ED conditions. Tri-State Men's Health treatments, they will work when the pills or herbals fail. They've got treatments with success rates over 90%. Some can even have you last an hour or more. Dear God, they have two lovely locations right here in Central Ohio. They got the one in Westerville. They got the one right there in Hilliard. It's right by Fishy's house. You can have lunch with them. So give them a call, 800-900-9654 to get set up, or go to tristatemenshealth.com. That first visit, $99. You get the consult, the TMPSA test, all the goods, and if medically advised, a dose. And if it doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Why wouldn't you start the journey to get your ED treated? tristatemenshealth.com. All right, Scotty Vegas is here. Thanks for doing it here today. You ready to send some people to jail?
Yes, I am.
Oh, let's do it.
He's the judge, jury, and executioner. Timmy Hall says, go to jail.
Sponsored by Metal Supermarkets. Visit metalsupermarkets.com/Columbus for all your metal needs.
Oh, man, the internet just gives us access to so many idiots, to so many stupid morons, does it not, Scotty?
Yes, it does.
I am looking at this clip of some folks just having a nice time at a national park. Now, I don't know how many of the parks you've done in the past. I've enjoyed quite a few. My wife and I, we did almost all of them in the state of Utah, so that was a good time. But my one regret from living in northwest Utah for 2 years was not getting up to Wyoming and doing more of that Jackson Hole area. And then you got the lovely Yellowstone up there. You got Old Faithful. You got, Pierce Brosnan, who won't stay on the deck boards. He wants to, go in there to, get shot with the geysers and all that. He wants to get a closer look, but whatever. I'm seeing that this other thing is they got a lot of bison, a lot of wild buffalo and wild bison that hang out there up at Yellowstone. And sometimes they will just freely go on the roads. This is a thing that is not uncommon out west anyway. You can see that. You got to take your precautions, slow down. It's like how we have geese that overrun our territory out here. So some idiot thought that it would be a good idea to get out of his car while it was just one bison. But I mean, you're talking about a 2,500 pound, 3,500 pound, 1 to 2 ton wrecking ball that will kill you. And he's out there doing what they say to do to the bears. I don't know how anyone could actually do that to a bear. If a black bear's and you're going to do the arms up and say, hey, go bear, get out of here. They say to do that. If you have the stones to do it, good for you, because I probably don't. I'd be running in the opposite direction. But he's out there egging on the bison. People are in their cars freaking out about this. People are honking because this guy's being so stupid. And this bison has charged at him a couple of times. Miraculously, he doesn't get killed. So this idiot that was not only holding up traffic, but disrupting this animal, just let it do its thing. Let it move out of the road. Then you can move on. That stupid idiot, go to jail.
Yes.
I'm thinking this is where usually Mike would help me with the sentencing, but I mean, he could have actually died just by being stupid.
Was his car nearby?
He got out of his car. He was in the passenger seat of a car that was, stopped.
Close.
It was cars. It was a double yellow line. It was a single lane road both ways.
Okay.
And he was stopped right there. So he got out, and I think his wife was probably in there. I don't know. Maybe she told him to get out, and she's stupid too. But he was the one that did it. At least 25 years in jail for me.
Yeah, I'm going 20, 25 years.
Because the death sentence could have just been right there for us.
Yeah, and maybe death sentence should have been the play.
All right. Well, here's another one here. I have to throw the NCAA in jail for one reason. It's because we have professional basketball players that are going to the G League for several years. They're coming back to college basketball. People can point out all they want about how there's international players. That's a completely different system. The way that they grow up out there, the way the academies work, that is something that had been in the college game for a while now. Never before have we just seen American professional basketball players after several years just say, oh, you know what? I'm going to take some visits and I'm going to commit to Louisville. So there's that. But the number one reason this week is with all that's going on with the NBA and the gambling scandal, they have recently decided to allow all of their athletes to bet on professional sports. Oh,
that's unbelievable.
What a great idea. I guess you got to show them right. You got to teach them right now how to do it so they can get away with their gambling rings when they get to their professional sports. What a horrible idea. They don't need to be focusing on that. It should not be in the NCAA. Go to jail.
Go to jail. But here's the deal.
Then you might go to jail in the future.
Here's the funny thing, Tim, about this whole thing is the timing of it. All right, the timing of the NCAA saying, okay, this week we're going to allow our athletes who are old enough and staff members. It's also staff members to start betting on professional sports. on the very week of all this gambling issues that we're seeing in the NBA. The timing's unbelievable. I actually can't wait. We're going to have Jake Diebler on in the 5 o'clock hour. I'm going to ask him how he's going to handle, number one, the G League stuff, but also the gambling stuff with Ohio State Hoops.
What do you think? 5 years jail for the NCAA? I mean, I honestly don't know what. You know what?
Who exactly is going, though?
Death penalty.
Yeah.
Everybody that works there.
Everybody involved with the NCAA
works at the NCAA.
It's 5 years.
Starting with Charlie Baker.
Yeah. Charlie Baker needs longer than 5 years.
I'm serious. Just give the whole entity a death sentence. Somebody else can take over the NCAA tournament, get them all out, get new people in. What's the limit, too, on how many burritos or bowls you're supposed to order at Chipotle at one time? If there's just one of you there. Because I had the guy there this past week that had 5 orders.
Oh, that's no good.
You have to bring people from your family. I'm sorry. You have to bring, I say maybe you can do 3 would be the maximum.
You got to order ahead.
Two. 2 is max. 2 is the max. Or else you got to bring another person from your family.
Unless you're at an
to
off
help
time,
out.
like you're going in at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
This is peak time, baby.
Oh, no. That's a true sentence right there.
20 years in jail.
At least.
Yeah. Have some Chipotle etiquette, for God's sakes. It's sacred. All right, Scotty Vegas is here. More of your jailbirds as the show goes on. Buckeyes are on a bye tomorrow, but that doesn't mean there's not some really interesting college football games. We'll tell you what we're watching next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got some stop-and-go traffic that's causing about a 5-minute delay on westbound 70 downtown between the 71 East and West Split. There's also a 5-minute holdup on southbound 270 on the West Outer Belt from Cemetery Road to West Broad Street. This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders. Eli Manning reminds you there's nothing like football and King's Hawaiian Sliders. There's something about those soft, fluffy, irresistible King's Hawaiian Sliders that make them a winner on game day. Pick them up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your grocery store. King's Hawaiian, there's nothing like it. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on money line, spread, totals, player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Treat yourself to a new ride from Coughlin Kia, Central Ohio's largest volume Kia dealer. Get 0% on a new 25 Kia EV6 or 26 EV9, or get up to $11,000 off MSRP. Get 1.9% on a new 25 Telluride during the Kia Fall Sales Event. Visit CoughlinKia.com.
Based on 2024 retail sales, 0% for 60 months and 1.9% for 48 months equals 1667 and 2165 for 1,000 finance through Kia Motor Finance. Not all will qualify. Manufacturer incentives to dealer. Prior sales excluded. Ends 10/31/25.
Hear those leaves crunching under your feet? Feel that cool nighttime air? It's definitely fall in Ohio. Fall is the perfect time to have the Waterworks Heating and Cooling inspect and tune up your furnace before the cold winter months hit. Just $89 to inspect and protect your family against those wintertime furnace breakdowns. Call 614-232-2222 or visit thewaterworks.com today to schedule your $89 fall furnace inspection and tune-up. Winter is just days away.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
All month long at Twin Peaks, celebrate National Dessert Month with sweet endings like our Cinnamon Toast Crunch Cheesecake topped with rum chata sauce, or the Twin Peaks Sundae with a warm Ghirardelli brownie. Pair it with a Screwball peanut butter whiskey for the ultimate game day finish. Twin Peaks, eats, drinks, scenic views.
At Giant Eagle, we're helping bring the holiday magic home. Because your get-togethers bring everyone together. Because you make the holidays feel like the holidays. Because nothing beats free. From October 16th to November 6th, spend $350 and earn a free turkey on your next visit. Redeem through November 30th. Giant Eagle. Because it matters. Must scan My Perks loyalty card to earn and redeem. Restrictions apply. Visit gianteagle.com for details.
The football season now stretches from August to late January, and we can't afford not to be at our very best all season. Hey guys, it's Eric Reeser, and if you're like me, looking at the calendar wondering how you're going to stay at 100% for the next 5 months, do what I did, go see my friends at Hydrate Me Med Spa. I went to their Grandview location, got hooked up with a fast vitamin push that's got me feeling better than I have in years, and the NAD Plus has me thinking better too. From IV to aesthetic treatments, look great, feel great at Hydrate Me Med Spa. 4 locations, Grandview, Granville, New Albany, and Dublin. Book your appointment at hydratememedspa.com.
I love Right Pack Credit Union because they're solution driven.
I feel valued as a member. They're focused on the latest technology and the personal connections.
Experience benefits that go beyond banking with Right Pack Credit Union. Just ask our actual members.
I definitely recommend Right Pack to all my family and friends as a credit union of choice.
Visit one of our Columbus area Right Pack Credit Union member centers near you. Based on individual members' experiences, results may vary.
Hi, it's Anthony Schlegel. When it was time to replace my roof, friends highly recommended Newman Roofing. From the initial sales process, I was incredibly impressed by their commitment to outstanding customer service. Their 33 years of industry experience truly shine through, and it's clear why they have such an excellent reputation. I had the pleasure of meeting with the Newman family to discuss my roofing project. They presented me with several options and attentively addressed all my concerns and demonstrated a genuine care for their customers and the overall experience they provide. With family members in key roles within the company, they ensure that every customer feels confident in their decision to choose Newman Roofing. I highly recommend giving Newman Roofing a call today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visiting newmanroofing.com.
Call the company you can trust. Newman Roofing at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit us online at newmanroofing.com. Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof.
Bobcat Enterprises says thank you for your support as they celebrate 50 years of serving the construction industry. Established in 1975 in Cincinnati, Bobcat Enterprises has expanded to 9 stores to meet you where you are in Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana. Find equipment for any construction project, including compact track loaders and excavators. Plus, Bobcat Enterprises rents compact equipment and attachments. Find current specials and locations at bobcatent.com or follow Bobcat Enterprises Inc. on Facebook. Bobcat Enterprises, 50 years working for you.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. The Fans High School Football Game of the Week features Olentangy and Olentangy Berlin. Coverage starts at 6:30 with kick at 7. Tonight, the World Series begins as the Blue Jays host the Dodgers at 8. Toronto All-Star Bo Bichette will play second and bat fourth, his first game since injuring his knee on September 6th. NHL Blue Jackets host the Capitals at 7. NBA Cavaliers are at the Nets at 7:30. In college hoops, Ohio State hosts Ohio in an exhibition Sunday at 2. The Fans coverage starts at 1:15. NFL Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson returned to practice today. He has missed the last 2 games with a hamstring injury. Golf, Jackson Suber leads the Bank of Utah Championship at 9 under through 2 rounds. This update is sponsored by Behind the O. Buckeye fans, Beyond the O is now in the App Store. Free for fans, NIL for athletes. Download Behind the O in the App Store today. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Common Man's wife would rather bang her head up against a wall instead of listening to this show. Timmy's wife is banging the milkman. This is Man and Timmy.
Happy Friday, everybody. Thank you for being here. Man is out for today, but we got Scotty Vegas hanging out with us. You got On the Money coming up on Sunday. I know you got a lot of parlays that you have planned. Which, hey, good news. A lot of pizzazz coming up at 5 o'clock. Pick your parlay, how we always do here on a nice Friday. And just because it's a bye week does not mean we're not doing the final walkthrough. So
all right,
I'm not gonna reveal everything that's in the final walkthrough. That's typically what it's about. It's just good old-fashioned family fun.
And I did hear that D might make an appearance.
Little thing called You'll See.
All right.
All right, I do have the plug sheet right here. Mike likes to give out the little pluggy sheet that Fish hands along. And this is for our weekend programming. We still have Skip Mossick's Ohio College Football Today program starting things off tomorrow, even with no Buckeyes. That's at 9. Then we have a nice little 10 to 1 p.m. live fan sports Saturday. You can check out our guy Cole Bartimas, the loose cannon, our producer from Rothman and Ice. It's always fun to see those guys get to cut their teeth on weekend programming. That is what we would call in the business the natural progression. If you're climbing that ladder to become a host one of these days. He'll be with Dylan Tyre. We'll have some more Blue Jackets hockey tomorrow night. They'll be in Pittsburgh. We got to get this thing done tonight first as we take on the Capitals. And don't forget, Sunday, we just talked about your On the Money program. That's always at 9 o'clock. 1 o'clock, though, warm-up show time with Beamer.
Yeah.
Buckeye basketball, and that, of course, leads into the game against Ohio. Jake Diebler is going to talk about it coming up here at 5:19.
Well, and the other thing, Timmy, at 8 a.m. on Sunday morning, we got our call-in show. And here's what I love about the call-in show is we open up the phone lines, and it's their show, right? It is the listener's show. Ryan and I just kind of play point guard and pass it along. We're kind of like the Bruce Thornton, where we're just kind of getting assists, and we let these callers call in. And
Who's Bruce Thornton? You or you both are Bruce?
We're both
You're
Bruce.
both Bruce.
Yeah.
Why can't somebody be John Mobley?
I'll be Mobley. I'm a better shooter than Ryan is, so I'll be.
You're not a better shooter
than Ryan Baker.
Terrible shooter.
Well, I'm not a good shooter. I didn't say I was a good shooter, but I'm a better shooter than Ryan Baker.
Rather have you facilitating. I'll be the shooter.
All right.
Hit me on the wing.
Okay.
I'll knock him down.
You're going to be John Mobley?
I'll knock him down for you.
Okay.
I'm more like I don't know if I'm that good. Who's like a nice 37% three-point shooter? Maybe like an Amadeo Della Valle.
You're a Cam Williams.
Cam. Cam might have been 40.
He could heat up.
Cam might have been 40.
He had good
last
moments.
Season.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he had a good season that last year here at Ohio State. All right, Scotty, so no Buckeye football tomorrow. We've established that. It will not be long before we're back in business hosting Penn State the following Saturday, but there's still a lot of action to watch. Now, when you look at the Big Ten slate, is there a Big Ten game in particular that pops off the page for you more than the other ones? Because we talked a little bit with Adam Rittenberg this week about it, and you got two games that feature 5-2 teams, circling the Illinois-Washington game at 3:30, and then circling the Floyd of Rosedale game. We mentioned that there's always trophies, there's always rivalries. Anytime Minnesota gets into the meat of their schedule, every game they have is a big game. But Minnesota on the road at Iowa. So there's 4 teams right there that are 5-2. Only one of them, I think it's just fun to point out, only one of them is worthy of the pollsters to be ranked, and it's barely Illinois in there at 23. If they were SEC teams all 5-2, they'd be in the top 20.
So, you know what's funny, Tim, looking at the Big Ten slate this week, in that Illinois-Washington game is an elimination game in my mind. So the loser of that game has no shot at making the college football playoff. If Illinois
completely agree.
were to win that game at Washington, think about this. Illinois' only 2 losses are against Indiana, who's a great team, and against Ohio State, who's a great team. If Illinois were to beat Washington at Washington, they finish up with Rutgers, Maryland, Wisconsin, and Northwestern. They could finish 10-2 and get back into the playoff discussion.
They will finish 10-2.
Okay.
I'll say it for you. If they win this game, I'm not saying that Washington is a pushover and they walk in there and win. They have to earn that one. I think Damon Williams is a really, really good player, and he's learning things every single game.
He's good. He's not great.
Right. You could tell, though, he's in that mode right now where he is picking things up in real time and he's learning from every experience. And that can be a scary thing for other defenses in the Big Ten, because you saw what he did. Was it the Rutgers game? It was a Friday night game a couple weeks ago. Scott, I think he had like 500 yards.
Yeah.
I think he threw for over 400 and ran for over 130. It was an insane performance.
So that game is interesting to me. But honestly, Tim, there's 2 things that I want to watch. I want to watch Indiana again. And I know that UCLA is 3-4, but they've won their last 3 games. And I know the spread is enormous. It's like 25 points. But I want to watch this Hoosier football team.
I get it.
Partially because I've got Fernando Mendoza Heisman ticket at 30-1. So I'm interested to see what numbers he'll put up.
God,
I
you
know.
did?
Yes, I did. I got it during that Illinois game. Went aggressive on that. And so I'm excited about that. And then the other thing is, and I know that Michigan State is awful. I know they're awful. But Michigan is another team that I want to see that night game. I want to see that rivalry game. It's a 2-touchdown favorite where Michigan State's a 2-touchdown underdog at home. I want to watch a little bit of that one. So that's kind of what I've got my eyes on in the Big Ten. But let me throw one thing out at you, Tim, in a game to watch on a national sense.
Which one? Which one you looking at?
And it's Alabama, South Carolina. And everybody is all over Alabama right now, understandably.
You know who's going to that game?
Who? Tim May. Tim May's going to that game.
I heard him on Bishop and Friends today. He was down in Charlotte or something, and then he's going to make his way down to Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina to go to that game.
I did talk to him about that last week at the tailgate show. That's
continue.
Cool. So, Kalen DeBoer. Okay, we know the success that Alabama's had. They've won 4 straight against ranked teams in the SEC. 4 straight weeks in a row. They've won 4 straight.
Everybody's ranked.
Teams. Love it. Yes. Yeah, pretty much.
Except for South Carolina.
Think about this. Kalen DeBoer, the last 4 times away from Alabama, they were a double-digit favorite. They lost outright, Tim. The last 4 times away from Alabama, double-digit favorite, they lost, including that Florida State game to start the year.
Yes, they got beat up by Florida State, who is going to fire their coach.
And I think that this is going to be a game where it's like South Carolina Super Bowl, right? This is a season saver if you're South Carolina. So I think they're going to get up. I think Alabama might be a little bit sleepy going into this one after having those 4 ranked games in a row. I don't love the defensive front for Alabama. I don't think they're going to get a ton of pressure on South Carolina. So I like South Carolina, especially plus the points, but I wouldn't be shocked, Tim, if that is a game late.
Yeah, no, that's a good one, Scotty. We'll have our eye on that one. Of course, it's interesting to see Georgia Tech ranked that high when it's credit to their coach for turning that program around. Georgia Tech's sort of one of those programs from the past. They always, ran that option style for so many years. I'm blanking on the name of their coach
Brent
that was
Key.
there. No, before that ran the offense that way. That was that
Paul
Navy.
Johnson.
It's Paul something.
Say?
Yeah, Paul Johnson might be it. Yeah. And they always had one outstanding wide receiver, too.
Yeah.
They had, a Calvin Johnson. They had a Demarius Thomas, rest in peace. They always had a ridiculous wide receiver, but had that rushing attack that could kill you. So them being ranked number 7, you want to see how they do against Syracuse at home. And if they keep winning, you got the Ole Miss at Oklahoma game. That's at noon. That's number 8 versus number 13. Then you're going to have Missouri at 15th at 10th ranked Vanderbilt to see if Vandy comes up with another top 15 win. That one will be at 3:30.
Diego.
And then, Diego Pavia. And then you got Texas A&M on the road at LSU. This is a game where this is the one that helps out the SEC because I don't trust either of those teams. And A&M is undefeated and ranked number 3 in the country. They barely beat Arkansas their last time out, and they give up so many points. They basically gave up more points in a game than Ohio State has all season.
Yeah. I don't trust Texas A&M. I don't they're ranked number 3 in the country. I don't believe in Texas A&M. I actually think they're going to go and they're going to lose this weekend. They're a slight road favorite in that LSU game. I think Brian Kelly and LSU coming off that loss to Vandy last week. I think the play is actually to take LSU.
Kind of fun in a way to not have the Buckeyes playing, you know? You can just sort of kick back, relax, a little easier going.
I do wish we had
football.
1 or 2 more elite games, maybe 1 or 2.
I'm good.
It's
like
okay.
it.
It's an okay schedule.
Yeah, I think it's
not
all right.
great.
Scotty Vegas is here. Another wild accusation is out there in the NBA gambling scandal. Who better discuss it with me than you? That's next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got a 25-minute delay due to an accident that's in the center lane on westbound 670 at Neal Avenue. It's causing stop-and-go traffic from Leonard Avenue, and we have a 35-minute delay due to that ongoing construction on westbound 70 on the west side near Hilliard Rome Road. This report is sponsored by Ohio 811. Call before you dig. Contact Ohio 811 at least 48 hours before you dig. It's easy to do, and it's the law. Centerpoint Energy, Columbia Gas, Duke Energy, and Enbridge Gas want you to dig safely. Contact Ohio 811 every time you dig. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic, sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences, tickets, sideline passes, trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Register at roosterswings.com.
Everybody poops, everybody pees. Mommy, will you call Mr. Rooter, please? 'Cause I gotta poop and I gotta pee. Only Mr. Rooter can clear the drain for me. Thank you, Mr. Rooter.
Hi, everybody. We call it what it is at Mr. Rooter. When you have a plumbing or drain problem, the team at Mr. Rooter is ready 7 days a week. Call us today and take advantage of our $95 drain cleaning special. Visit us at MrRooter.com. We'll be there quick.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, you may be in big trouble with Chip Wood.
Our owner?
Free oil changes along with alignment?
On any Ford tire purchase.
And Goodyear's up to $200 off?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike, but I'm telling.
But the Wood family is behind all this.
Oh, those rascals.
But don't tell the accountants.
Of course not. And what do they do again?
Buy any set of 4 tires at Tire Discounters and get a free alignment and oil change. Make them Goodyears and save up to $200 more. See store for details.
If you love losing big money, then boy do we have the promo code for you. Enter code BIGBEAUTIFULBILL to unlock these awesome offers. You can buy a car for even more money than before, or watch your heat and electric bills skyrocket. It's exclusive for everyone, thanks to Trump's Big Beautiful Bill, which our Senator John Huston supported. So use promo code BIGBEAUTIFULBILL. Sit back and crack open a cold one, but just one, because that's all you can afford. Paid for by NRDC Action Fund.
Treat yourself to a new ride from Coughlin Chevrolet. Lease a new 26 Chevy Trailblazer or 25 Trax, $189 a month. New 26 Chevy Equinox, $239 a month. Or a new 26 Silverado, just $369 a month. Visit CoughlinChevrolet.com. Together, let's drive.
36-month lease with $39.99 due at signing, plus tax, title, and license. 10,000 miles per year, 25 cents per mile over. See dealer for details. Ends 10/31/25.
Would you enjoy watching a football game if the officials were paid a bonus for every flag they threw? Or a basketball game where the refs got paid for every foul they called? Okay, how about hiring a furnace and AC company that pays its technicians by the number of parts they can sell you? Hi, this is Dennis, president of Care Heating and Cooling, and today, this is how many companies operate. They call it performance pay, and it rewards technicians by paying them more for billing you more. Why is this bad? Because it abuses your trust in a technician to be treated fairly and honestly. At Care, we've been family-owned for 31 years and have always paid our technicians by the hour for repairs. We'll show you exactly what needs to be fixed and why, and give you our low upfront costs before we start. And unlike other companies, our technicians will never be rewarded for throwing more flags. Our Central Ohio-based staff is here for you 7 days a week. Care Heating and Cooling. Book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com or call us at 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
In the old days when people lived to be 40, you only had one option for listening to your favorite show. But now, ooh, baby, radio, podcast, the Fan app, and YouTube, ooh, just to name a few, live or on demand. You have no excuses. The Fan.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000. 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
If you want thick, healthy, gorgeous hair, then you need Hair Volume from New Nordic. Available online at Amazon and newnordicusa.com or in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Partly sunny skies, a bit of a breeze, and a comfortable Friday, and great for your high school football. Temperatures running in the mid to upper 50s in the afternoon, falling down through the 50s and 40s early tonight. By tomorrow morning, Saturday will be a frosty wake-up, a freeze warning in effect for much of central Ohio. Temperatures down around 32. We'll see more clouds and sunshine, but a decent Saturday, back in the mid to upper 50s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
There's a greater than 0% chance Common Man gets fired before this show is over. You're listening to Man and Timmy.
It is Go to Jail Friday. I'm going to have some Go to Jails here in a second. Scotty Vegas is hanging out with me today. Man has the Friday off, so hopefully he's having a good day. If you didn't get a chance to see his basement show, I missed it last night too. That was shame on me. Bad partner.
Jail?
I know. Yeah. Teddy, did you? Well, hold on. I want to find out. Teddy, did you pop into his basement show live? That's probably the first one that I missed.
I didn't check it out live, but I checked it. I watched it back last night, though, afterwards, probably about 10:30 or so. I checked into it.
Well, then, if you were going to check into it at 10:30, you missed it by half an hour. You couldn't get there by 9:30 or so.
I was doing other things. Watching.
What are you doing?
Watching the game and games.
See, I know. We should have checked in.
Teddy
should have been there for the man, and we weren't.
Teddy, does Tim get jail time for not checking it out at all?
No, I did check it out. I didn't
last
watch it.
night. You didn't.
I watched it this morning.
You watched like a 2-minute clip, probably. I watched the whole
30
thing.
seconds.
We don't get highlights.
Cover to cover, babe.
There's no highlight package. Wouldn't that be great if we had the YouTube highlight package like they do for every NHL, NBA, and NFL game?
Yeah, just all the parts where he's reading the questions, we just chop that out.
I'll throw myself in jail for a month for not checking it out live when it was on. But he had some really good things in there. He had some thoughts he wanted to get off his chest about mental health. We know he's really outspoken about that, so that was good to hear. I'm a believer in that, and he had something to say about an opportunity for all you fine listeners that could be upcoming here about us getting together, you getting a chance to come out here to the building, and we get dinner, and we want to make something that's completely free that gets the biggest and the best fans of this show that want to spend some time with us, because we definitely are open to spending some time with you. So he spoke about that, so check it out. And we'll get to some jails here. I had one here, Scotty, that we always go to the mean streets, and someone chimed in to the burner phone, said, my guys.
What up, bitches?
I love a well-operated roundabout. However, whoever decided to put speed humps before you approach the entrance needs to go to jail. Now, I may have to slow down and miss my best earliest chance to enter this circle. So, I don't know, usually the humps that I go over in Hilliard, they're nice and blended. They're not that bad. They're not like those spiky yellow speed bumps that they put in parking lots that drive you nuts.
Oh, yeah.
That make your car just kind of jump up and down off the pavement. But I guess I get the point. You got the roundabout. You got to slow in.
We're already slowing down anyway.
You have to slow up and yield anyway. You know what? I do agree. I I talked myself into it. You're slowing down anyway. You can put the lighted signs up there for the crosswalk. Put the painted markings for the crosswalks there if you have them, and have the little button so the lights will flash. So you have to yield to pedestrians either way. But if there's no traffic in the roundabout, don't you want to maintain that speed to keep the traffic flow?
Yes,
that's the whole point, right?
We're already having to slow down.
The traffic should flow if there's no other cars there. That's the benefit of going roundabout over stoplight.
Yeah.
You don't have to stop for no reason. Should we be able to just blow through red lights if there's nobody there after a full stop?
Well,
I'm talking even if they're not flashing red. If there's no traffic and you do a full safe stop.
One stop.
Should you be able to do a safe look left, safe look right, treat it as a stop sign, and then go?
Yes.
I think so, too.
Absolutely. I
Keep
do it anyway.
things moving. I won't say where, but there's a light somewhere where it's midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, and you're working a long time, and there isn't a soul on the road, and you're just sitting there like an idiot.
Right.
And I just go. Yeah. Jail for those stoplights for not having sensors in them that give you the right of way. Scotty, so let's talk a little bit more about this gambling thing that broke in the NBA. First off, before I give you this update here that we're reading about Terry Rozier today, what was going through your mind when all of this stuff was happening, hearing that, Damon Jones, an assistant coach and a former player, a pretty big-time player in Terry Rozier, and a head coach, albeit for a separate type of sting operation for poker rings, mafia, real mafioso stuff.
Yeah.
For Chauncey Billups, where they had all sorts of technology for cheating, but the NBA, gambling ring stuff with Rozier, really compelling.
Well, and it's across a lot of sports, right? There's issues with college basketball and point shaving and things like that too, and that'll come out. But here's the deal: it shocks me the names that are involved in this, because if I think about it, all right, we're talking about all these sports. In my mind, I'm thinking of the tennis player that's grinding to make it on tour. That you can bet on small time tennis, the challenger tennis, and those are the guys who are trying to make it at $100,000, $200,000 a year. And I kind of am like, well, gosh, you're trying to make it. But we're talking about players that have made millions and millions of dollars that are involved in this. And that's what's, to me, hard to believe.
Did you see any of the, have you checked out Inside the NBA yet?
Oh, yes.
Were you watching last night when they did their, okay, so was I. So you heard Charles Barkley and Kenny Smith kind of going back and forth about that, where Kenny was more on the side of the addiction part of it.
Yeah.
And with sports gambling. And Chuck, I think the whole world knows what an addicted gambler, just in general, Chuck is. And he was more, oh, man, they're stupid. They're stupid idiots, man. That's what this is all about. And Kenny was sort of like, well, the reason he's pointing to the addiction part of it is because it is illogical with what you're saying, how you could be making that much money and then yet still want to gamble and risk all of this to have one of your buddies sell some information about you for $100,000, and then maybe you'll make $50,000 to $100,000 to $200,000. You're going to drive it back to his house, and you guys are going to count the money.
Yeah,
you're making $26 million a year. I agree more with Chuck after it's all said and done, because you can get that vice anywhere else. You can gamble on something else, but when you then make that conscious choice to gamble on the sport that you're involved in, and then you are using your own player props, it is so disgraceful. It's so embarrassing. And the clips that are popping up, I remember people showing these and trying not to think much of it years ago about spot games where Terry Rozier was just ridiculously bad. And now he was straight up tanking. If it wasn't the fake injury, it was just straight up tanking in a game. So where his under would hit.
Well,
disgraceful.
And Tim, yes, it is disgraceful, but guess what? The NBA also hiding this is disgraceful.
And that's the thing here, where Brian Windhorst was on and talking about this, Scotty, the update, where in the 2022-23 season, so not even last year, after sports books alerted the league of the unusual activity, because when it's done on apps now, the thing that they have is data and algorithms that will throw up red flags and alert the system. It was Great American Ballpark, I think, was the source of where there was some unusual betting on a college baseball game. And that's whoa. We're betting on an Alabama baseball game right now. Makes no sense. Shut it down. Close the betting for that. And then they start investigating. Well, Windhorst said that that's what happened, that the NBA knew about the unusual activity over Terry Rozier and the under prop bets, and the sports books caught it. He said they told them right away, and guess what? The NBA, Rozier didn't play the rest of the season, and he had faked the injury, so it wasn't because of the injury. The NBA pulled him.
So I was talking to a sportsbook manager, about this whole thing. And I was like, so where is this going to go? Like, what is this going to lead to as far as the sports betting world? And he said, well, there's a couple things. One, there's going to be a push to stop player props altogether. Like, again, the issue with that,
Ohio already did it for college.
Ohio has already
athletes.
done it for college, but here's the issue with that is what that does is then that just pushes it back to the illegal market, right? If you're not able to do player props on all these games, because that's what people are going to. Like, the future of the sports betting world isn't betting spreads of games, money lines of games. It's not betting futures. It's actually what they call micro betting, which is the betting where you get the actual, like, instant reaction, the instant result, whether it's, pitch by pitch or drive by drive or play by play, or in tennis, if a player is going to break the other player in the game, where you're going to have the result within about 2 minutes. That's where sports betting is headed, is the micro betting. And now this whole thing about being able to kind of like take yourself out of the game and affect these prop bets, there's going to be a push nationally to stop prop bets. So
I'd
that's
vote,
where we're headed.
I'd argue to keep it, because we've had gambling scandals going back 100+ years. We know about the Chicago Black Sox. Like, it can happen. It will happen. What you need to do is continue to be as harsh as humanly possible. When it happens, you ban the miserable bastards for life.
Here's the problem,
You
though.
don't let them back
Tim,
in.
we're seeing this almost every month. A new gambling problem is breaking out. Like, we're seeing these stories constantly, and we're seeing with them, not just with small names, but with big name athletes.
Oh, give me one of those big name athletes.
Yeah.
Give me one of those. Go to jail. That's what has to happen. And with the federal indictments,
they're going to jail.
They will be going to jail. Yeah, it's bad. One NFL team is making a terrible mistake. Scotty Vegas and we will tell you about it in 2 minutes. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got some stop-and-go traffic that's causing some delay on southbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 970. And you're looking at a 15-minute delay on southbound 315 between Ackerman Road and Town Street. This report is sponsored by Ohio's Secretary of State. Ohio's election is November 4th, and you have 3 convenient ways to vote: early in-person voting, absentee voting, and voting on Election Day. Find everything you need at voteohio.gov. That's voteohio.gov. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
Now at Great Lakes Hyundai, lease a new 2026 Hyundai Tucson SE for just $189 a month. You heard it, $189. Plus, get owner assurance and America's best warranty. 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. Only at Great Lakes Hyundai, Columbus or Dublin, or glakeshyundai.com. With approved credit, $39.95 down plus taxes, fees, first month payment, 10 miles per year, ends 11/3.
In the spirit of Halloween, ooh, spooky, Awaken 180 is offering free consultation all month long. Find out how scary fast you'll lose the weight for free. Call 844-346-1800.
Did someone say jackpot? The Ohio Lottery's Mega Millions jackpot is at least $680 million. That's $680 million. Jackpots start at $50 million and grow faster than ever. Play today and pick up the new $5 Win Big Scratch Off. It has a top prize of $100,000, and non-winning tickets can be entered into My Lotto Rewards for a chance to win Cleveland or Cincinnati football tickets, and even a trip to football's biggest game. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
At High Bank Distillery, they believe every pour should tell a story. Their Whiskey War spirits tell the story of Prohibition in every sip, and was awarded the best blended whiskey in America 3 years running. Enjoy High Bank's nationally recognized spirits distilled right here in Ohio. Drink the best. Forget the rest. Learn more at highbankdistillery.com.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
One has pizza sauce for blood. The other is Rachel Maddow. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
I want to tell you about my friends at Victor's Home Solutions. You know, it is the time of year when you're going into the winter. You want to make sure that everything with your house is ready to go. You might look up at the top of that thing and say that roof looks a little rough. I should get that looked at. Maybe I need a new one. Well, good news. My guys at Victor's Home Solutions, they are experts at that. I have gone through that 21-point roof inspection process to see how much that shows you. They get up in that attic. They tell you everything that you're going to need with the attic insulation. I talked about that. So they're unbelievably prompt and timely when they get out there, and the things that they do. My guy even got the vacuum out when he got out of the attic when the little fuzzies were dropping down. He's like, "Where's your vacuum? I'd like to take care of that for you."
Ooh.
Just a good, clean boy doing something like that. You'll see why they can offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every single roof they install. They have thousands of 5-star ratings for customer service and their high-quality installation. And since no one wants to pay high interest rates, for a limited time, Victor's offers 5-year no-interest financing with minimum monthly payments for qualified buyers. Call 866-VICTORS or go online at victors.com. Scotty, what is your favorite office game to play?
It's clearly ping pong, table tennis. Absolutely love it. I will tell you a quick story that years ago, there was a bowling alley in the Westerville area, and after Anthony's show, generally about 3 o'clock, he and I would head to this bowling alley because we found this little room that had a ping pong table and no one would ever be in there.
Secret room.
Secret.
You had a
back
secret
room
spot in Columbus that was yours.
in an old bowling alley, and no one would ever be there, but there was a ton of TVs and all that stuff. And so Anthony and I would have these epic ping pong matchups right after his show, about 3:30. We do it 4 times a week, and we'd have all these $5 challenges and bets. So, yes, I am a big ping pong table tennis guy.
Do you remember that room at Muirfield Village for the 1 or 2 times we go there?
I remember that room. I dream about that room.
How great is that room?
Oh,
it's like it was
incredible.
Tailor-made. What is it, a Brunswick? That ping pong table might be a $10,000 table.
It's incredible.
And it should be.
Have you played on that
table? It's at Jack's place. Of course I played on it.
Okay.
I think it's only been a mini game. We'd call that a mid-show game, like a game to 11, because you don't have time to get a full game in there. You're getting ready to play golf.
We got a couple games in on.
You did.
Yeah, but here's the deal. That room's a tiny bit small. So I'm a guy who likes to maneuver around the table a lot. I'm a get every ball back kind of guy. Make you beat me, make you make the mistake.
It's a fair point.
And so it's a little tight.
I said it was perfect for ping pong. You had the rebuttal.
Yeah.
I think that's a fair point.
Well,
because lateral movement.
Yes.
And if you watch the pros do it, they could be 30 feet behind that end line.
Right.
They're all over the place. I mean, they're insane.
That room's
the Chinese are wonderful ping pong players.
It's a little bit like the Costanza and Kramer playing pool in that little room where he had to use the little tiny
the maestro.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like that, but it is a great room.
Hanging out at the maestro's place. Well, so the story this week is that the Baltimore Ravens, they think that they found the reason. They know why they suck so much. It's not because their defense was giving up 40 points per game or that Lamar Jackson was injured and not there. No Lamar Jackson, bad defense, probably the reason that you've had a disaster start and you're not going to make the playoffs when everybody thought that you would. Maybe some people still think that the Ravens can rebound, but I don't think so. Even with the Steelers losing to the Bengals.
I do think so.
You think the Ravens are making the playoffs?
I think they have a great shot to make a run. If you look at their schedule coming up.
Don't say I think. Are they making the playoffs or not?
They are. They are going to make the playoffs.
Holy crap. Okay. Scotty's saying that right here. I disagree. So they took out the ping pong tables.
And that's why they're making the playoffs.
And some various other games. So they're back to business right now. And see, at first I saw that story, and I'm saying that's ridiculous because games build their team chemistry. They help with camaraderie. They get your mind off of things that can be dominating, or you're thinking too much about the next thing, the next task. You need to have a way to get a break. For the longest time, it was always people taking smoking breaks. So what's the problem with having a ping pong break? If in the past you were sucking down, 5 to 10 heaters throughout a workday, you play a little ping pong, we play a little office putting. We do that from time to time, Mike and I. Nothing wrong with ping pong. But when the Chicago Bears start doing it too, then I start to worry. And then maybe I think ping pong not so good because they're throwing all this stuff in the Ravens' face, playing lots of ping pong. They got other games that they're playing. They're throwing in their face, the Pop-A-Shot, darts, House of Cards, even flying paper airplanes. I don't know about flying paper airplanes. I've never really done that at work. That's something you do when you're children. But
just no high-end poker
Pop-A-Shot and
games,
ping
right?
pong.
No high-end poker going on in that locker room. But here's the thing. I subscribe to the Major League movie theory where, all right, you're losing, we're going to take away the hot water. No more hot water in the shower. So, we're losing, you're going to fly coach, with the plane that may or may not get
No
there.
more uniforms.
Yeah. You have to
You get to wear T-shirts.
You have to take your uniform home now and wash it if you are the New York Jets.
Or wear
that
dirty,
should be the punishment.
Or wear a dirty uniform, right?
But okay, so here at the office, we have a few different things. We have a Pop-A-Shot. We have a putting green.
That Pop-A-Shot sucks.
I know you blame the Pop-A-Shot. I think it's your shot that sucks.
Can we go out there and show everybody what it looks like? They'll side with me. The thing's a piece of junk.
Wow.
The rims are broken. It's janky. The electronic scoreboard doesn't work. If it was a serviceable Pop-A-Shot machine, I'd be with you. But that one in particular sucks.
Okay.
It's beneath us. We're the fan, for God's sakes. We should get one that works.
Well, that thing is
get a new
also
one.
we bought that for promotions to take out. So I bought it for.
You wouldn't dare take that out for our good fine fans. It's that bad.
Okay, so I bought that thing. I'm offended because I bought that thing for a March Madness promotion in 2019, and so that thing is 6 years old, and it's been through all of you guys.
I'm sad, and I
dunking
can't,
on it.
I can't speak for Adam King and all these 10 TV yahoos that would shoot from 50 feet away, and it would the rim, the integrity of the rim, they've just
gone.
Failed.
It's gone
as time has gone on, but. We have a foosball table, too, which is nice and sturdy.
No.
And you think that sucks, but compared to the Pop-A-Shot machine, the foosball is the next best thing we have, and nobody touches it.
No.
We did get rid of a janky-ass air hockey table, and we've got all sorts of space there now.
Here's what we need here at the office. There's two things I wrote down. One, we need an NFL Blitz arcade game.
Beautiful.
I stayed at an Airbnb one night. It was funny because it was like 8 of us in the house, kids, wife, all that good stuff.
That's not so beautiful.
And everybody was having a good time upstairs in the house. We were down in the basement playing the NFL Blitz game until 3 or 4 in the morning. So I think that needs to be here at the office. The other thing, Timmy, we got a lot of green space out here near the tower. I want to put in a putting green.
Sure, yeah.
I want a putting green where we can all.
That's going to get done. Who's going to fork up the $15,000 to $20,000
advertising
to get a putting green put out there?
We trade.
do a little trade.
Yeah, make a little deal.
You said the 2 video games. I could not agree more. Like I think it might be the Homage store.
They have the NBA Jam
in downtown on High Street. Yeah, there's an NBA Jam machine up there. I think it was Sexton's where I was. They had the NFL Blitz there. But I know exactly what you're talking about. Costco, for me, it's Sam's Club. They will do that multicade, and it does look like a pretty good deal. I want to say there's been versions that have more than just those 2 games, dozens of games.
Golden Tee?
And it might be $500 or so. Golden Tee.
Oh.
The station I worked at in Kansas City, we had a Golden Tee machine there. And I would sometimes run Kansas basketball games as one of my first jobs. And I can say this now. I had it boiled down to a science when I knew when the local and network breaks were, because we were an affiliate, but I had to run the board for it. I wasn't running the broadcast like Ted does for Ohio State football. So with me just being sort of a pseudo board op, I knew the window where I could get a whole round of 18 in.
Oh.
And I had the little radio next to me so I could listen to the cues. I could hop right back into the studio and be there to hit the buttons.
What do we need to do to get a simulator? We need a golf simulator here at the office.
Golf sim would be great.
Yeah.
Full swings.
Actually, I don't want the simulator.
We got the area for it, too. We just need to reconfigure the spot in the back of our cubicles here.
I want the putting green out by the tower with a tee box that's about 120 yards over the pond. And that would be the ultimate.
I am ready to see a change in college football, and I'm not talking about with the college football playoff. Scotty Vegas is in. Get to that next. It's Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
Watch out for an accident that's in the left lane on northbound 270 on that west outer belt at I-70. If things are going to move slow from West Broad Street, and you're looking at a 5-minute delay on westbound 270 on the north outer belt from 161 to Cleveland Avenue. This report is sponsored by rrfoundationspecialist.com. Protect your home with R&R Foundation Specialist. Family owned, honest, and pressure free. Get expert waterproofing, fair quotes, and smart advice that puts your home first. Visit rrfoundationspecialist.com. Your trusted local pros in foundation and waterproofing. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Behind the O. Buckeye fans, Behind the O is now in the App Store. Free for fans, NIL for athletes. Download the Behind the O app today.
This October, eliminate chili drafts for good with Window Nation. Right now, when you buy 2 replacement windows, you'll get 2 for free. Plus, pay nothing for 2 whole years. Hurry, this sale ends October 31st. Schedule your free estimate now at windownation.com. That's windownation.com.
Regenerative treatments for joint pain are creating lots of excitement in the orthopedic community. QC Kinetics Medical Director Dr. Ray Tessner recalls a recent conversation with one of the country's most acclaimed orthopedic doctors.
He said, when you and I are young, the arthroscope was a quantum leap in treating orthopedic problems. I think regenerative medicine is the new arthroscope.
Surgery is no longer the go-to solution for chronic joint pain in your knees, hips, shoulder, or back. QC Kinetics is leading the next quantum leap. All natural regenerative treatments that provide relief and mobility.
I think one of the tenets of being a good physician is the old saying of do no harm. That's what I enjoy about this form of treatment is there's very little chance that we're going to cause harm, and that's refreshing to me to be able to eliminate the dangers that can come sometimes with surgeries.
Book your free consultation today in Dublin or Gahanna. Call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. Or go to qckinetics.com/Columbus.
Do you feel the nip in the air? Oh, baby, people think summer's driving season. They're wrong. You spend more time in your car this time of year, taking your dirty, annoying kids to dirty, annoying things. Go see my friends at Germain Lexus. They have special rates as low as 4.49% on their most popular models, including the 2026 TX350. Lease a 2026 NX for as low as $449 per month. And if new isn't your thing, they have plenty of L's certified inventory on the lot. Stop in and see them. Germain Lexus of Dublin and Easton, GermainLexus.com.
Give the gift everyone wants. Fun in your own game room. Billiards Plus has gifts for everyone. Pool tables, shuffleboard tables, card tables, grills, and more. With professional delivery and installation, you'll beat the last-minute scramble. Reserve yours now. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Remember when sports used to be about calling up your favorite host and saying how stupid they are? Good news. We still do that. The Fan Call-In Show.
Hello. Sponsored by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino.
Sunday mornings at 8 on The Fan.
Make your next shopping trip a good deal better during the Buy 5, Save 5 sale at Meijer. Buy 5 or more and save $5 or more when you mix or match over 2,000 items store-wide, like 12-pack cans of select Coca-Cola and Pepsi products, plus deposit where applicable. Sargento cheese slices, Huggies Snug and Dry diapers, and Friskies wet cat food. That's the good life, a good deal better. Remember to stop by the Meijer Pharmacy for your flu shot, available while you shop. It's free with most insurance plans. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
Newman Roofing, as part of its 2025 Commitment to Community initiative, is proud to recognize individuals who have made an impact for people of all abilities. This week, we would like to honor Caitlin Brown. Caitlin has made an impact by creating the Handy Capable Kitchen, which raises money for Toys for Tots through her local Chili Fest. This Down Syndrome Awareness Month, Newman Roofing is proud to join forces with 10 TV and The Fan in celebrating our ongoing commitment to the community.
Get Eco.
Hey, Aaron, what are we going to do with these 41 new trucks you bought?
Those extra trucks are to make sure that we can always send someone to the rescue when a customer needs us.
Plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians to the rescue.
Give it away, plumbers, genius electricians, and gonna keep you warm all winter HVAC technicians.
Get Eco.
Aaron, you bought those 41 new trucks at exactly the right time.
I know, Jerry, because everyone, everywhere is needing help with their furnace right now.
Summertime is when furnaces develop problems.
The contacts and relays and sensors get all wonky.
Because summertime is when furnaces are not being used.
And our technicians can unwonk them.
Get Eco.
ECO.
If you need someone to unwonk your furnace, get Eco.
Our technicians can unwonk anything.
And with 41 new trucks, they can get there fast. Give it away, plumbers, genius electricians, and gonna keep you warm all winter HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
Have you already started your tailgate? Us too. It's Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home of the Buckeyes, the Fan.
If the authorities looked at their Instagram accounts, they'd be arrested immediately.
Daddy, what are you doing?
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
Scotty Vegas is hanging out with us today. Man, getting a little Friday off. We have a lot coming up still. And we have Jake Diebler that's going to join the program at 5:17. We're going to have Buckeye basketball tickets to give away as well.
Not just tickets, Timmy.
4 seats.
These are incredible seats.
Whoa.
I sat in these a couple times last year, and oh, are they amazing.
Why didn't I get to sit in them last year?
I don't know. I grabbed them first.
Never saw an invite there. Hey, you love basketball? Oh, that's right. I was doing all the pregame and postgame shows.
You were busy.
Wasn't really conducive.
Otherwise, I would have asked you.
This year, though, not. I'm going to be available. That'd be nice. So, busy 5 o'clock hour. We'll give those away after we talk to Deebs. So
yes.
You got to listen. You got to listen to the end of the show to get those. It is a Go to Jail Friday as well. We're taking your jailbirds all show long. At Man and Timmy 971. Text the burner 614-787-3093. And we got a Gmail account now. goodcleanboy@gmail.com. This one from the phone says, my guys.
They got a name for that, Jules. It's called a bum.
My go to jail candidate is this teeny bopper who came sauntering into the bank in her tiny tank top and exercise shorts. Meanwhile, it's 40 degrees outside. Hey, I love the cool weather. She has her phone in one hand and her Starbucks drink in the other. That's right. She had to not only bring her drink into the bank with her, she had to continue taking sips of it as she told the bank teller she needed help getting money out of her account. Oh, but wait, she couldn't remember her account number. She didn't know her username or her password, and she didn't have her ID with her. So she hands the teller her phone, telling her to help her figure it out. Straight to jail. I tend to agree.
Yeah.
I tend to agree. I would like to know, that's on the parents. I'd like to throw mom or dad in jail, maybe for 5 years, and the teen maybe just 6 months, or maybe just put her into probation until she learns how to conduct this business the right way, because someone's got to show you. Someone's got to show you the way through the door. I get it. It might seem easy to all of us, but that's all that I ask.
Yeah, I can understand forgetting the account number. I can understand having the Starbucks cup. I have no issue with that.
We can't just say, here's my phone, give me money.
Right. And you can't
have something.
Not have your ID. Like,
have your ID.
You got to have the ID. Yeah.
And you have to know, you need to know all that stuff. Like you do. You need to know your user. You need to know your password. You need to have your ID. I don't know if everybody remembers their account number, but
No.
you should at least have something with your account number on it.
I'm okay
if you
with
need
just
to
the
do
ID.
that type of thing.
You have the ID, you hand it to them, you get your money.
They'll be able to look your stuff up,
Right.
if you have some of those particulars.
6 months, that sounds right.
6 months. Yeah, I say 5 years for mom and dad though, because they got to show. They got to tell them. So Scotty, what did
Kick
I say we were
returns.
doing right there? Kick return. Thank you. I want to see kick returns back in college football. I have enjoyed what has happened in the NFL. I know you have not, and you don't care much about that play, but I think you either need to go one way or the other. You either go to where it's abolished and it's out of the league, and I think I was on that side years ago. But watching this play in the NFL now and how it is added to the excitement, you see some kick returns. It doesn't have to be a complete house call to set the offense up for success. They are hitting you with such a penalty for kicking it so deep into the end zone. The touchback penalty is so severe that all the kickers are trying to position that thing inside the 5-yard line. So to me, it now becomes a football play again. And you don't have to return it 50 yards every single time for it to be a big-time play. Even if you get that thing out to the 35 or the 40, anywhere close to where that touchback would be, then that is a good kick return. That's doing some good things for your offense to go out there on the field.
So I do like the strategy in the NFL of the dynamic kickoff. I get that. That's added a little bit to the game. Chris Boswell with the Steelers does it so well. That has added a little bit to it. Here's what I would say. I miss when onside kicks used to really have a legit shot. You know, you used to line up, and I remember so many times my heart would be pounding. I'd have a bet on a game or whatever, and it'd come down to a team that needed to recover an onside kick. I remember when that used to be really an interesting, exciting play. My thought process, Tim, is there's no more onside kicks that really ever work. It's so rare.
I don't remember when they were that exciting. I know they tinkered some of the rules. Was it how many guys can be on one side?
Part of it was it used to be you could kind of trick them, and you didn't have to declare that you were doing an onside kick, and you could do it.
Yeah.
And you could recover it to start the second half.
And we missed that.
You know, and I miss that.
I do too, and that's the thing where we need to come up with some kind of solution for that, for an onside type of play to happen for a team to catch up.
And I've seen this floated out there year after year, and I wish that they would adopt this. I wish that you could declare that you want a one-play, 4th and 20 type play, where if you convert it, then you get the ball. So you declare, okay, we are going to do this
20, own 25,
own 20-ish, own 25. Yeah, because you still have to.
I'm good with it.
You still have to go down the field, but it's one play, 4th and 20, and it's exciting, and you have to throw a long play to get it. It should be a play that works maybe 10, 15% of the time. I would love to see that. That would bring excitement to me.
I've thought about that. As well. And with the fact that you'd have to just declare an onside kick so everyone knows, and it's already a really low percentage play. If we can get those percentages up to 10, 15%, something that makes you sweat it out, it would make it fun. It would make it exciting. You actually have a chance. You've got the pass interference penalties that can come into play. Maybe you don't give the first down, but maybe you do like a 2-yard play if there's a PI penalty after the line to gain, or you just say that it's football, that's football, and the penalty is the penalty. But I like that. I think that could be good. All the pizzazz you need as we help you earn some cash. Pick Your Parlay is coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got some slower traffic on southbound 71 on the north side from Cook Road to 5th Avenue. And be aware of an accident that's causing some holdup on eastbound 33 at 270. This report is sponsored by Ohio's Secretary of State. Ohio's election is November 4th, and you have 3 convenient ways to vote: early in-person voting, absentee voting, and voting on Election Day. Find everything you need at voteohio.gov. That's voteohio.gov. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
I'm back to doing what I love and more, thanks to the Good Feet store.
Do you want to walk, play pickleball, and enjoy other fun activities to stay healthy, but you can't because of bad feet? Hi, this is Mike, and the Good Feet store wants to help.
I just had difficulty walking. I tried them on in the store, and my foot felt so much better.
Do you keep buying new shoes and inserts with little or no relief?
I tried all kinds of shoes. It was the arch supports that made the difference from the Good Feet store.
Don't let bad feet, knees, or back problems get in the way of staying healthy and having fun.
Thanks to the Good Feet store, I'm bowling 3 nights a week.
Get back to doing what you love. At the Good Feet store, we'll personally fit you with high-quality arch supports to maximize your comfort. Stop in the Good Feet store or book your free fitting at goodfeet.com. Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Your car needs a new battery. That'll be $19,000.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a second opinion.
You wouldn't accept that quote, so why accept this one from that other company?
$19,000 for a new sewer line.
I'm going to call the waterworks instead.
Facing an expensive sewer repair? If another company's quote is way more than expected, call the Waterworks for a second opinion. We have the most experienced drain techs in Central Ohio. Call 614-232-2222.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
If you love losing big money, then boy do we have the promo code for you. Enter code BIGBEAUTIFULBILL to unlock these awesome offers. You can buy a car for even more money than before, or watch your heat and electric bills skyrocket. It's exclusive for everyone, thanks to Trump's Big Beautiful Bill, which our Senator John Huston supported. So use promo code BIGBEAUTIFULBILL. Sit back and crack open a cold one, but just one, because that's all you can afford. Paid for by NRDC Action Fund.
Did you know Byers Airport Subaru is the oldest Subaru retailer in the entire country? And just like a veteran quarterback, we've been delivering winning drives for generations, right here by the airport. Right now, trade in your car for a new 2025 Subaru Outback for 0% for up to 36 months. Kick off your next adventure at ColumbusSubaru.com. Subject to credit approval. Financing offer term up to 36 months on 2025 Subaru Outback. Cannot be combined with any other incentive. See dealer for details. Offer ends 10/31/25.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED and low T can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 614-300-7400. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, low T, Peyronie's, size, and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic workouts and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 614-300-7400 or book in 30 seconds or less at columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
All the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
The kitchen drain has had enough. The toilet's called it quits. The faucet in the master bath, it's throwing childish fits.
In a flash, I'm at your door to win your water war. I battle leaks and clogs and drips until I are no more. Free service call with your plumbing repair. Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with low prices in every aisle. Kroger shoppers never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Save big on select varieties of Kroger brand cheese. 6 to 8 ounce packs are only $1.79 each with your digital coupon. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. The Fans High School Football Game of the Week features Olentangy and Olentangy Berlin. The Fan 2's coverage starts at 6:30. College Hoops, Ohio State hosts Ohio in an exhibition Sunday at 2. Buckeyes head coach Jake Diebler will join Common Man and Timmy at 5:19. World Series starts tonight as the Blue Jays host the Dodgers at 8. LA's Blake Snell faces Toronto rookie Trey Savage, the youngest to start a World Series opener since Ralph Branca in 1947. NHL Blue Jackets host the Capitals at 7. Here to the Fan at 6:30. NBA Cavs visit the Nets at 7:30. NFL Eagles All-Pro wideout A.J. Brown out Sunday versus the Giants due to a hamstring injury. Golf, Jackson Super and Michael Brennan share the lead at 9 under in round 2 of the Bank of Utah Championship. This update sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Enjoy rates lower than the national average, plus a special rate on balance transfers with a Visa Platinum or Visa with Rewards credit card.
They refer to each other as stupid, so they must get along.
We fight a lot, but at the end of the day, it's okay, because we really do hate each other.
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
Scotty Vegas is hanging out here today. Man has the afternoon off. Hey, if you ever miss anything from one of our episodes, be sure to subscribe, download the Common Man and Timmy podcast anywhere you get your audio. It is completely free, comes right to your device, whatever that device is, and it's brought to you by our good friends at Care Heating and Cooling. We certainly appreciate it. Scotty, this is going to be a fun segment for you.
Oh, yeah.
We love to pizzazz it up here on a Friday, send you into the weekend with some chances to earn some cash. It's Pick Your Parlay time.
Common Man and Timmy present Pick Your Parlay.
All right, Scotty, I'm not used to going first, but that's how we roll. So I'm going to go with college football here for an opener. It's not the sexiest game on the schedule, that's for sure. And another one of those Big Ten juggernauts gets a weak opponent that it has to bludgeon, and that's exactly what I think it will do. Dan's Lannings, because I like to put S's on everything, they are going to completely annihilate the Wisconsin Badgers. Poor little Lukey, poor little Fickle. This is the historical run that they're on, and it's not a good historical. They hadn't been shut out at home since 1980. Iowa kicked their ass 37-0. Then the very next game, the Buckeyes shut them down 34-0. Oh no, we're not as good as Iowa. Yes, we are. They only scored 10 the game before that. But let me also give you this one more time. Here's the last 30 drives from Wisconsin. Let me take a deep breath because it's going to call for it. Downs, punt, 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 interception, punt, 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 end of game, punt, punt, downs, punt, punt, downs, fumble, punt, interception, interception, punt, field goal. Ooh, that's nice. Punt, interception, punt, 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 punt. Yuck.
Now, when you
That's
say
Wisconsin's
field goal,
offense.
it's got to be missed field goal, right?
No, that was the field goal they made in the Michigan game, but I stopped just short of the touchdown that they had in the Michigan game.
Okay.
That's how far back that goes. Oregon is a 31.5-point favorite, and I'm saying take Oregon and take the over 44.5. This might be 56-0. Dear God, to the NFL Sunday. We're looking at the Jets and the Bengals, baby. 1 o'clock down at Paycor. It's going to be a gorgeous day for football indeed. 58 degrees and cloudy. Woo! Jameis Winston blessed with football weather. Joe Flacco, I just like what he's about right there. And you know what? The Jets, they're so bad. This helps Cincy. They're favored by 6.5 points. Here's a wrinkle. Coach Aaron Glenn in New York isn't telling us who the starting quarterback is going to be. Get out of here. I'm not going to show you my gun. I got news for you, Coach Glenn. It doesn't matter, but just imagine being in a position where you hope Tyrod Taylor is healthy enough to go. That's like hoping for a hemorrhoid instead of a giant bunion in between your toes. Both options suck. I hate to say it about Justin Fields. I really do, but that's where life is. Life also seems to have gone downhill since he was dancing the sideline after the blocked kick in Tampa. Flacco is eating alone at restaurants. He's loving life and getting Jamar Chase and T. Higgins involved. Bengals, they're going to roll, and they're going to cover the 6.5 and the over 44.5. Scotty, where's the golf this week? Utah. And we're finished things off with the golfy. I don't know if this is the 2025 season. I don't know if this is the 2026 season. I don't really care. We're kind of in golf limbo. The Bank of Utah Championship at the Black Desert Resort. Screw Bank of Utah. I did all my banking at Zion Bank when I lived out there. Then I went and got a delicious Crown Burger topped with pastrami, and I tried to hang out with my favorite next door buddies, the Whites, who didn't like me because I wasn't Mormon. But back to the golf. The course is really the incredible thing. We're talking about mountains and desert at the same time. The red rocks lining each hole down there in the southwest part of the state. Stunning. I got a feeling it's not the Americans at all that are going to win it. It's the Great Dane, Thorbjorn Olsen from Denmark. He's in a good position, and this course suits his game. Take the 35-year-old who doesn't like flight attendants much to get his first win in the American Tour. Just like we seen Tommy Fleetwood recently. Scotty.
Well, first off, going back to your Wisconsin, They've been shut out 2 times in a row, right? Well, if they get shut out again this week by Oregon, they'd be the third team in the last 30 years to go 3 straight games being shut out. They are that horrendous.
And I know I said 56-0. I don't know if they're going to get shut out, but boy, there is a chance. They're bad.
That offense is so bad, Timmy, it could get shut out. Let me throw one more stat out at you before I give you my parlay, which I have named the Greatness Parlay. The Dodgers and the Blue Jays get started with the World Series tonight. There's an interesting fact. So the Dodgers are the 3rd biggest World Series favorite heading into the World Series in the last 20 years. So enormous favorite heading into this World Series.
They got quite a roster, and when Shohei, I know Rob Parker doesn't like his game, but Shohei Ohtani did just have the greatest game baseball has ever seen.
Incredible. But I'm going to throw this stat out at you guys. So Blue Jays win 7 games to win the ALCS. The Dodgers obviously swept the NLCS, won it in 4 games. The last 4 times that's happened, where a team went 7 games to win the LCS, and a team went just 4 games and swept the other LCS, the team that went 7 games won the World Series the last 4 times. Kind of a crazy stat for you.
It is.
And the Dodgers had a little bit of a longer break, right? So it might be a little bit of an advantage, at least in game 1, maybe for the Toronto Blue Jays. We'll see.
Bichette.
All right, now let me give you my Greatness Parlay, because I love to name my parlays. And I want you and Ted, to guess what the odds are on this parlay. All right, the Greatness Parlay. It's only 4 things. It's Dodgers to win the World Series.
Okay.
It's Ohio State to win the national championship.
Okay.
The Chiefs to win the Super Bowl, and it's Scotty Scheffler to win the Masters.
Oh,
so
my
it's
God.
4 things, but they're all 4 pretty significant favorites.
All right, this is like a grand to win 26 grand or something.
Okay, so you're saying 26 to 1.
Yeah, 26 to 1.
I think it's larger than that. I'm going to go
Yeah, I gotta rethink that, because that's a
40
lot.
Maybe
I'm gonna say 100 to 1. I know that's a big stretch, but I had a horrible guess.
I'd say 400 to 1. I don't know.
400. Wow, you guys have quite the difference in opinion here.
Man, that's so many things that have to connect. It's got to be very, very long.
It's 4. It's Ohio State.
I know,
it's
but
the
they're all winning
Dodgers.
championships.
It's the Chiefs, and it's Scotty Scheffler.
The Chiefs and Scheffler. Just any golfer to just win a tournament, you throw it in with those 3 other things. All right, I'll say 150 to 1. Final answer.
156 to 1.
Okay.
All right, nice job, Timmy.
So you start out at 40 to 1. We get up to 400 to 1.
I guess started at 26 to 1.
Yeah, and then we end at 150.
Wrong. Yeah. All right.
Well
good.
done.
Good. All right, Teddy. Let's go, Teddy.
I got a little plus 81,000 one here for you.
I like that. Now I'm interested.
That's great. That's what this is about.
This is ridiculous. Here we go. It's all college football. Top 25 teams. I'm taking Indiana. They're minus 26.5. Taking South Florida over Memphis. They're minus 6. I'm taking the 6, or giving the 6. And Alabama's favored by 11.5. I'm taking Alabama.
Okay.
I'm taking BYU on the money line. They're at Iowa State. I got Illinois on the money line. They're at Washington. We talked about them earlier.
Plus money there.
I'm taking the Bearcats. Also, they're on the money line. They're hosting Baylor.
Mm-hmm.
We got Texas at Mississippi State. I'm taking Texas on the money line. I got Oregon. I'm taking their spread. They're against Wisconsin, 31.5. Let's just lay that.
Really gutsy there, Ted.
Oklahoma, they're hosting Ole Miss.
Are you just going down the line of games?
Hey, I'm doing something here. I got my pizzazz going here, all right? We're taking Oklahoma.
How about that?
Virginia, they're laying 9.5 at North. Well, they're laying more. It's like 11.5. I bought it down to 9.5 over North Carolina. We got Vanderbilt on the money line. It's a close one with Missouri. Could go either way. I'm taking Vanderbilt. And then lastly, I got Tennessee at Kentucky and taking Tennessee on the money line. So, yeah, just put $10 on it. You walk away with $8,000.
Ooh. Was that the entire top 25
No,
list?
It wasn't. That was just 12 games. I could have gone deeper.
Okay, I felt like
I cut it at 12.
I felt that'd be a fun one, though, like the top 25 special. You just do every single game.
Well, that's a name for it. There you go.
I will say, speaking of pizzazz, on the toilet this morning, I did do a $100 parlay to win $100,000.
Why do you say it was on the toilet?
Well, because
What
it
do you
had
get information
pizzazz.
for?
pizzazz. So here's the deal, though. It was a lot of golfers, and it was all these college football favorites, similar to what Teddy did there.
You love a good, clean top 20 golfer bet.
Oh, my gosh.
You love to pick
Timmy,
like 15 golfers. What do you set it at, 10, 12?
Here's the limit. Unfortunately, the site limits me to doing 8 of these. 8 of these guys to finish in the top 20. And I got to tell you, Timmy, the last month, it's been very, very successful. It has come to some big money. So
Machu Picchu.
Love it.
All right, the head coach of the Buckeye men's basketball team, that is Jake Diebler. He's getting ready for the season and Sunday's tune-up versus Ohio. And we'll have an announcement as well. That's next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're going to hit a 20-minute slowdown due to a crash that's in the left lane on northbound 270 on the west outer belt at I-70. It's going to be stop-and-go traffic from Georgesville Road. We also have stop-and-go traffic that's causing a 5-minute delay on southbound 71 on the north side between Cleveland Avenue and I-70. This report is sponsored by Custom Air. You're not just a homeowner. You're also a heating system that comes with a blanket owner. You need heating built and tested to keep going. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard. Visit customairco.com for your estimate today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you're over 50, it's likely that you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, you may be in big trouble with Chip Wood.
Our owner?
Free oil changes along with alignment?
On any 4-tire purchase.
And Goodyear's up to $200 off?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike, but I'm telling.
But the Wood family is behind all this.
Oh, those rascals.
But don't tell the accountants.
Of course not. And what do they do again?
Buy any set of 4 tires at Tire Discounters and get a free alignment and oil change. Make them Goodyear's and save up to $200 more. See store for details.
At Logan Services, we're more than heating and air. We're a family-owned business that puts people first. For decades, we've built our reputation on honesty, hard work, and treating your home like it's our own. From the first phone call to the final handshake, you'll work with a caring, local team that shows up on time and does the job right. Because comfort isn't about temperature, it's about integrity. Logan Services, family-owned, people-focused, and proud to serve its customers.
This is 100% employee-owned now. It gives them a sense of pride.
It's always been a family business. We've benefited as owners from the work of all of these great employees for so long. Well, now everybody's an owner, so now everybody has a stake. It really is the culmination of the family business. The family just got bigger. We all know there's a difference between working for a paycheck and working for something that belongs to you.
Rosati Windows, locally made, expertly crafted.
Hi, I'm Joanna Williams, General Manager at Tansky Sawmill Toyota, and it's tire time at Tansky Sawmill Toyota. Now through October 31st, you can buy 3 tires and get 1 for $1. Visit TanskySawmillToyota.com to schedule your appointment today, or hurry into Tansky Sawmill Toyota on the corner of Sawmill and 161 in Dublin to get those cars ready for winter. And when you think tires, think Tansky.
Think Toyota. Think Tansky. Think Tansky.
Attack and dominate. Morning Juice is on YouTube and 10 TV Plus.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Join Bobby Carpenter and Tito weekdays starting at 6 or watch on demand. More Bobby, less commercials. The Fan.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Helping a new driver get ready for their road test? Here's a convenient new way to make the most of your 50 hours of required practice driving time. The Road Ready Ohio app, available now at no cost to new drivers and their families. Road Ready Ohio keeps track of your driving experience together, providing feedback and safe driving tips. It even generates the documentation you need for the Ohio BMV. The Road Ready Ohio app, free to download in the Apple and Google App Stores.
Nothing makes a gathering great like Eggland's Best Eggs. They're just so delicious with better nutrition, too. For us, it's eggs any style, as long as they're the best. Eggland's Best.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Blue skies, a bit of a breeze, and a fine finish to the week. Temperatures running in the mid to upper 50s on this Friday. Overnight, another freeze warning in effect. Temperatures down near 32 with clear skies and light winds. During the day tomorrow, more clouds and sunshine, light winds, and mild temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
The only show that can bring a dead queen back to life. This is Common Man and Timmy.
Well, we said earlier that we're going to have some Buckeye basketball tickets to give away later this hour. But before we do that, let's talk about the season.
Yes.
Because it's coming up. Scotty Vegas is in for the man today. We've got the head basketball coach of Ohio State, Jake Diebler, live right now. Jake, we got the Ohio Bobcats this weekend. Offseason always just goes by so fast, right? How excited are you for year 2 at the helm?
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for having me on. But man, it is hard to believe that we got one more practice run here before the real game start. And excited about Sunday, though. Excited to welcome Ohio in, and obviously close relationship with Bulls, go way back. So it should be a fun day.
How did things wind up going at Tennessee? We saw a lot of things on social media. Hopefully you guys bodied Felix Okpara pretty good. I know it was good to see him, but how did that go when the day was done?
Yeah, it was great. The unique thing about those environments, which is different than when you have fans in, is you're allowed to play more than a 40-minute game. So we actually played longer than a 40-minute game, and then we ran a bunch of zone possessions. They ran some zone possessions. Then we did a bunch of situations. So it was a full day's work, and really a really close, tight battle the whole day. So great for us. I think talked to Coach Barnes a couple times since then. We've been giving each other some feedback. It's just been great all the way around.
Now, Jake, tons of momentum in the program. Seems to be everything extremely positive right now. Exciting recruiting news this week. There's a buzz about the returning players. I know I bought a bunch of tickets this week. Can't wait to take my 12 and 9-year-old to the games this year. I want to know, obviously, Devin Royal took a huge step forward last year for the team. Give me one or two returning players that we can expect to see massive jumps this coming season.
Well, first off, we got to get your young ones to a practice.
Let's do it.
You're welcome to bring them by and see the team. Appreciate you getting some tickets and supporting us. I think, listen, obviously I'm a big believer on development, right? And there is a lot to be excited about. Going into year 2 of our program, the retention, certainly on our roster, but also on our staff. Recruiting's been going really well. Excited about the guys we brought in from the portal. You just feel like everything's moving in the right direction and moving quickly, which is important, right? We want to get there quickly. So I think Devin had a great jump from freshman to sophomore year. I think, we can expect great things from John Mobley Jr., freshman to sophomore year. I think we'll see some great things from, Amari Bynum throughout the freshman year. And Yvonne has had a great offseason. He's made some significant strides. So player development will always be a foundation of our program, and really excited about the steps guys have been taking this offseason.
Jake Diebler is with us on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. That's always great when you hear about the development of the big guys. But Jake, I know we were talking about this earlier. We were excited before last season. And now we're excited again before this season, and we feel like we look at the roster and how you constructed it. Some of the things that didn't work out, you went a different route. Why should we staunchly be excited for this team this season?
Yeah, it's a great question, because obviously I was excited about last season going in. I think, listen, we dealt with a ton of adversity, lineup adversity, roster adversity throughout the year, and also, lesson learned, a lot of what we were doing last year in the spring was really rushed, right? Like there was a lot of rush into forming our roster. I was hiring a staff at the same time we were adding guys to our roster. And I'm so excited to have our staff back, because that's helped us, take our approach in roster management to an entirely new level, right? And listen, I think returning guys who were seasoned in so many close games last year should be exciting, and you should be excited about that. So, and then you add, we're going to be able to play more like I wanted to play last year. We were able to go out and get the right guys to fit that system. That's exciting in itself. Having guys who are 7 feet that can space the floor helps with that. But, starting with retention, a guy like Bruce Thornton, John Mobley, Devin Royal, those three guys coming back, that alone should get you pretty excited.
I'm definitely pumped, Jake. And we're in kind of crazy times in college sports, and it just kind of keeps getting crazier. The NCAA now allowing college athletes and staff members to bet on pro sports. That came out this week. And there's players now that are playing in the G League that are now allowed to start playing college hoops. I'd love to know how you're handling kind of the gambling aspect and with your players and staff. And also, are you now interested in Ohio State recruiting G League players?
Yeah, college basketball, and I know the college landscape in general, but it seems like it's always college basketball that's even, more uncertainty than most every other sport. And it's a weird time right now. You look at the way teams are compiling rosters and all the different avenues that players are coming from. It's very different than even it was, 3 years ago. And so we want to always be cutting edge, certainly, and we want to be at the forefront. I think it's important in today's NIL landscape to be able to have multiple kind of buckets to recruit from. We've certainly added some more international players this year. Felt like that was a pathway we needed to go to there in the spring. And then as far as the gambling goes, it's a constant education. We have great resources at Ohio State. There's consistent education throughout the season, but we've had to, do that even more frequently than maybe in the past, because the rules just seem to keep changing right in front of our eyes.
It seems insane that they're going to allow NCAA athletes to bet on pro sports while they're actively playing. I mean, I assume that means they can bet on NBA, like if they wanted to. With what happened this week, it just seems like the wrong idea at the worst time.
Well, I think the timing's not ideal, certainly, right? But it's a hard balance, I think, that the NCAA has to figure out in treating these guys as normal as possible while also protecting the integrity of the game. It's a major challenge. So, the best thing we can do is, as rules come into play, we got to adjust, we got to educate, we got to make sure our guys have every resource they could possibly imagine to help them be successful. And thankfully at Ohio State, we have that.
I talked to a lot of friends, and the excitement for this basketball season is high. And I always say, hey, now's the time to buy stock in Ohio State basketball. This is going to be a heck of a run that you guys are going to go on. But here's my question. As far as year one Jake Diebler versus year two Jake Diebler, how is year two Jake Diebler better than year one as a head coach?
Yeah, well, first off, I got a master's class or a doctorate in close games last year. You know, we had 11 games decided by 2 possessions or less. I think 8 or 9 of those were 1 possession or less. At one point, we had 5 straight. First time in 126-year history of Ohio State basketball where 5 straight games were decided by one possession or less. So I got so many lessons learned in that setting, certainly. And then I think the other thing that I got much better at as the year went on, but certainly took another level this spring and moving forward, was to rely on my staff. I mean, I was able to hire an unbelievable staff. They're super close. They have just this depth of experience, a lot of different experiences. And I don't think I leaned on them or utilized their talents as well as I could have in year one. And so that was an area I needed to correct. And I feel like I'm doing that better. And I also learned, head coaches, there's no way to prepare for the amount of decisions a head coach has to make. You can go to clinics that they talk about becoming a head coach. You watch head coaches operate, but until you do it, it's different. And I let that take away from one of the things I think is so important there for a stretch last year. I let it take away from my time with the players. And so I adjusted that. I'm spending more time with our players this offseason, this year so far than I did last year. And I think that relationship is really critical. So I had to look myself in the mirror, acknowledge some areas where I could have been better, and those were some of those. And, been able to implement the changes here moving forward.
I love it. We're pulling for you, obviously. You know that. And here's an announcement. We're excited about this when Common Man's back in the saddle. Next Thursday, you're planning on spending the whole 5 o'clock hour with us. So, dear God, win the Ohio game Sunday, or it will be awkward. Let's go, Jake.
Well, hey, listen, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys next week. This is another great opportunity for us on Sunday to get some great reps and get. We still got to iron out some things. We got to iron out some things in our rotation. So I'm excited for our fans to kind of see, everybody play and hope. And we need to perform well. Ohio's a good team. Bowles is a good coach. So it's gonna be a highly competitive game, and we're really excited about it. Look forward to seeing Buckeye Nation there.
We love it. And, we're going to talk about a lot of things. We'll get into some non-basketball things and you as a person as well. Let the people get to know you even better. Jake, appreciate your time this afternoon. Have a great weekend and a good first exhibition game.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you having me on.
Yep, no doubt about it. There he goes, the head basketball coach of your Buckeyes, Jake Diebler. All right, Scotty. Just because it's a bye week doesn't mean we're not going to send you into the weekend with the final walkthrough. That's coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan. On the Fan.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by The Waterworks and Header Plumbing, Drain, Heating, and Cooling. Together to serve you better. Schedule today at thewaterworks.com.
Do you feel the nip in the air? Oh, baby, people think summer's driving season. They're wrong. You spend more time in your car this time of year, taking your dirty, annoying kids to dirty, annoying things. Go see my friends at Germain Lexus. They have special rates as low as 4.49% on their most popular models, including the 2026 TX350. Lease a 2026 NX for as low as $449 per month. And if new isn't your thing, they have plenty of L's certified inventory on the lot. Stop in and see them. Germain Lexus of Dublin and Easton, GermainLexus.com.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got some stop-and-go traffic that's causing about a 10-minute holdup on westbound 670 between Leonard Avenue and Neal Avenue. And you're going to hit a 15-minute slowdown on southbound 270 on that west outer belt between Tuttle Crossing Boulevard and I-70. This report is sponsored by Middlefield Bank. Middlefield Bank, helping neighbors enjoy life with personalized banking solutions at 6 area locations. Stop in their new Westerville branch at 450 Oaktail Parkway. And check out their grand opening specials. Find an MB near you at middlefieldbank.bank today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED and low T can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 614-300-7400. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, low T, Peyronie's, size, and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic workouts and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 614-300-7400 or book in 30 seconds or less at ColumbusMen'sClinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Band.
A show with copious amounts of fart sounds. Emphasis on copious.
Oh no, I got a fart, but I don't know which way to lean.
This is Man and Timmy.
Thought that was some good stuff from Jake back there. Scotty Vegas, who's a huge Buckeye basketball fan, had season tickets there for a long time. You and I have talked so much Buckeye basketball since we've known each other, and you want to see Jake succeed.
Oh, yeah.
So badly. And I know everybody immediately wants to say, like, oh, well, he was on Chris Holtman's staff, so how he was part of that. He was part of that program going downhill. Not really.
No.
Like there's such a difference in you don't have autonomy and the power. You can look at some of the recruiting that he was still doing and he couldn't talk about, if you're wondering, most of you guys know that, he couldn't talk about Anthony Thompson, but you could kind of lean to, big week in recruiting.
Yeah.
That he has got to be so pumped about that you can't even really put a price tag on that one at this moment for where,
maybe you can.
Yeah, you can with NIL. But the fact that you just got your first bona fide 5-star guy
since 2014,
D'Angelo Russell is a pretty big deal.
Well, and Tim, I love the backcourt, right? Bruce and John Mobley, and I love bringing back Royal. And, the pieces feel like they're there. The question mark that we have, I guess, is figuring out the front court, right? And we think that Tilly is going to be really good. And based on some of the highlights and some of the observations at practice, it feels like Tilly could be a big piece.
Bynum.
And Bynum. Exactly. Yeah. So
Bynum, baby, because that was very nice.
Chapman,
yeah,
being hurt last year was a killer for that team.
Sure was.
Because they lacked depth big time in the backcourt last year. And so I think that's a big factor too. But the biggest thing is they swung and they missed last year with Bradshaw and Stewart. And that was a really, really...
Oh, I forgot to ask him how glad he is that Bradshaw's gone.
you can't ask that, right?
That was right there in the hip pocket.
But the fact that you've got what you think is going to be a really good front court with what we think is a very great, experienced backcourt, you got to feel a little bit of excitement about what's built here.
He talked about learning.
Yeah.
And that's fast learning with 1 year, and that he did have a shortened offseason going into year one, and your decision-making process is probably a little bit rushed.
And a first-time coach.
Yeah, and a first-time head coach. All of those things, right? But the fact that they quickly learned when they went with the 5-star high school recruits, like you said, with Bradshaw, with Stewart, they didn't really do anything for those teams. So they went with different, and we're not saying they're definitely going to work out like you envision, but I don't know how it can't be at least a slight improvement from what they were. And when you have a guy like Bynum you throw in there who has this, true freshman pizzazz to him, we use that word a lot on Fridays, it's looking good. All right, it's about time to hit you with the final walkthrough. You better believe that I'm doing one, even on a bye week. I did it the first time around, and the final walkthrough is brought to you by our friends at Roosters. And Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences, tickets, sideline passes, trips to a first-round postseason game, and more. Register today and every day at roosterswings.com. It is final walkthrough time. Take it away, me. And here we go. Week 9 of the final walkthrough. Yeah, no Buckeye game this weekend, so it's a bye week special, but the Jackets are playing, and at the time I recorded this, it was feeling like a Jet night tonight.
Feels like an Arby's night.
Ooh, Machu Picchu. If I'm wrong, well, geez, I'm sorry, but hey, I hoped you were able to win tickets to our sweet night tonight. Yes, it's going to be a fun time taking on the Capitals, and if you didn't wind up hearing your name called for Jackets time with us, well,
better luck next year.
I'm sorry, that wasn't cool. That was a D move right there.
That wasn't very nice.
I'm going to be better. What else is going on this week? Ooh, the wifey left to take a little weekend trip, so it's just us dudes. We got the whole house to ourselves. Indeed. She's actually going out to Sin City to
Party with the best of them.
And we're going down to the river. It's going to be gross out there. Actually, no, she's just going to sit in her friend's apartment all weekend. Rare opportunity indeed, though. It's just going to be Xbox, pizza, football all weekend for me and the boys.
Yes! That's awesome.
We already started. We had ourselves some Romeos last night with the loaded crust, too. I felt like I was in middle school again, loving on stuffed crust.
It is good.
Common Man was doing a lot of TV things this week, even wore a suede jacket.
I like that jacket.
Yeah, a lot of TV from Mike. TV with Adam, TV with Nicole. How many Twix is that for you?
Like 8 Twix.
Oh, yes, and I almost forgot we have the return of something that I love dearly. Yes, Ohio State basketball picks up on Sunday with the exhibition game against Ohio in Columbus.
College basketball. CBS Sports. This is March Madness.
I can't wait. We embark on another year where we absolutely have to make the tournament. Let's look at some Big Ten football now for tomorrow. No Buckeyes, of course. A hot UCLA team. They're going to go on the road to second-ranked and unbeaten Indiana. UCLA is nice right now, but we know the drill for this one.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. I win.
Couple of interesting games versus 5-2 Big Ten teams. Northwestern is at Nebraska. You got to have a win there if you're Matt Rule. Minnesota is at Iowa for the Floyd of Rosedale. PJ Fleck trying to grab a big road win.
You surround yourself with turds, you're headed towards Turdville.
Well, don't surround yourself with turds then. And the SEC has some intriguing matchups, plenty of ranked on ranked, because everyone in the conference is damn near ranked. Back to our boys, though. The number one ranked Ohio State Buckeyes, of course, with the bye week, second one. Next game, next Saturday at home versus Penn State. A ton of national attention is coming Julian Sayen's way. And you can tell Coach Ryan Day loves the way he's playing, but wants him to know the big stuff is still ahead.
But the number one thing we got to do is continue to take care of the football, lead the team, command the game. You know, we're now getting it into the stretch run of the season, and then obviously the playoff football. So, it's good to see him get some of these games under his belt as we make this run.
AI Common Man, what do you think about that?
Hallelujah. Holy Where's the Tylenol?
All right, that one didn't make a lick of sense.
Oh, so sorry.
Okay, moving on. Defensive coordinator Matt Patricia. He's been outstanding, and he subbed in for Day on the Coaches Show this week. He was chatting with the guys about one of his standouts, Arvell Reese, who is as versatile a linebacker as there comes. Where specifically in that defense does Patricia like him the most?
Arvell just on the field is my favorite spot. That's where I like him, is out there impacting and doing the things that he can do. It's been pretty cool to watch him, be in those different positions and be productive. So, it's been really good.
I like that. Arvell is a great player. Hey, AI Nicole, what do you think about when you think Arvell Reese?
But shit.
Me too. I know what you're saying there. And since we got no game, that means we got no Beamer to see you out there. But we do have a lovely live Fan Sports Saturday tomorrow with the Loose Cannon, Cole Bartimas, and Dylan Tyre. And that's all I got. So, bye now. Hit it. There we go. Final walkthrough. Final walkthrough, week 9, Scotty. How'd we do?
Awesome. Love it. I'm ready. Let's go.
We got the Paul McCartney concert coming up soon, don't we? We were giving away tickets for that, months ago. That's why we started banging on that song so much. That's coming up. But I got tickets for something else right now. What number?
7.
Number 7. You Costanza fan, you. Number 7, 614-821-9710. 821-9710. Hopefully you hear Teddy's voice. We got a pair of courtside tickets to Ohio State and Ohio on Sunday. Nice. Back Page is coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
There's a couple-minute holdup due to an accident that's on the left shoulder of southbound 71 on the north side at Hudson Street. It's going to move slow from Cook Road. You should also watch out for an accident that's on the right shoulder of eastbound 161 after Hamilton Road. This report is sponsored by Westerville Division of Police. The Westerville Division of Police is seeking individuals dedicated to serving, protecting, and strengthening the community. WPD offers an award-winning training academy, tuition reimbursement, generous pay, benefits, and more. To apply, visit westerville.org/join WPD. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local. Drink High Bank.
Would you enjoy watching a football game if the officials were paid a bonus for every flag they threw? Or a basketball game where the refs got paid for every foul they called? Okay, how about hiring a furnace and AC company that pays its technicians by the number of parts they can sell you? Hi, this is Dennis, president of Care Heating and Cooling, and today, this is how many companies operate. They call it performance pay, and it rewards technicians by paying them more for billing you more. Why is this bad? Because it abuses your trust in a technician to be treated fairly and honestly. At Care, we've been family-owned for 31 years and have always paid our technicians by the hour for repairs. We'll show you exactly what needs to be fixed and why, and give you our low upfront cost before we start. And unlike other companies, our technicians will never be rewarded for throwing more flags. Our Central Ohio-based staff is here for you 7 days a week. Care Heating and Cooling. Book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com or call us at 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
Timmy Hall and AI Common Man here for Hollywood Casino Columbus and the ESPN Bet Sportsbook.
This ain't one of them, Timmy.
It's not the show. It's a spot. All October, we're watching our football team on Saturdays and the tailgate buffet.
Ooh, Mikey likey. Plus, they've got the 3 apps for $12 deal, and you can beat the crowds and reserve a table.
Yes, do that at HollywoodColumbus.com. And we got a special offer this month. Become a new member of our rewards program on the ESPN Penn Play app and get a $20 dining credit.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, I'm Joanna Williams, General Manager at Tansky Sawmill Toyota, and it's tire time at Tansky Sawmill Toyota. Now through October 31st, you can buy 3 tires and get 1 for $1. Visit TanskySawmillToyota.com to schedule your appointment today, or hurry into Tansky Sawmill Toyota on the corner of Sawmill and 161 in Dublin to get those cars ready for winter. And when you think tires, think Tansky.
Think Toyota. Think Tansky. Think Tansky.
Let's see. High school, Buckeyes, Browns, kids in the retention pond. It must be Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Football is good. The Fan.
Give the gift everyone wants. Fun in your own game room. Billiards Plus has gifts for everyone. Pool tables, shuffleboard tables, card tables, grills, and more. With professional delivery and installation, you'll beat the last-minute scramble. Reserve yours now. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, you may be in big trouble with Chip Wood.
Our owner?
Free oil changes along with alignment?
On any 4-tire purchase.
And Goodyear's up to $200 off?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike, but I'm telling.
But the Wood family is behind all this.
Oh, those rascals.
But don't tell the accountants.
Of course not. And what do they do again?
Buy any set of 4 tires at Tire Discounters and get a free alignment and oil change. Make them Goodyear's and save up to $200 more. See store for details.
Those other guys' drain cleaning specials seem like a great deal until you realize the only thing really going down your drain is your money. At the Waterworks, we mean clean. Our service doesn't just clear your drains, it cleans them too. Get it done right the first time with the Waterworks.
I was in foot pain for 20 years, trying to give it relief, buying all these different insoles. Drugstore insoles, custom insoles. I spent thousands of dollars. I bought all these products and not a single one worked. I really, truly needed to have relief in my feet. And the Good Feet Arch supports were what gave me the relief I needed.
For over 20 years, we've been helping people like Teresa actually live the life they love.
without their feet getting in the way.
They wanted to make sure that I got something that my feet felt good in, not somebody else's feet. I love the fact that I can wear these arch supports in all my shoes. I have boots, I have cowboy boots, I have running shoes, I have walking shoes, I have flat shoes, I have heels. It makes me so happy. If you ask my husband, he will crack up because there is no store I would rather go in than a shoe store. I'm Teresa, and that's my Good Feet story.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
Rothman and Ice.
Just more evidence that you need to subscribe to the rule Bobby and I subscribe to.
What's that?
If you can't get a yard, you don't deserve to win.
Rothman and Ice. Weekdays at noon.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus.
The Fan.
We got the Buckeye Show coming up next. We have Jackets hockey. After that, we have the final edition of high school football here on the Fan Networks. It's going to be on the Fan 2 and over on 1460 AM. Olentangy Berlin at Olentangy because, of course, the Jackets hockey against the Capitals right here tonight. Scotty Vegas kindly in for the common man today. A busy Friday.
Oh, fun Friday.
Right? We had sandwiches, too. Well, Firehouse subs.
Cookies.
Oh,
Had some cookies.
I didn't know Firehouse subs had a cookie game like that. I will admit it had been a minute for me since I went to Firehouse subs. We got one right there in Hilliard near the home. It's always been a good location as far as I know. It just hadn't been in my hopper. But having the sandwiches today, very good, very fresh. And the cookies. I had the oatmeal raisin. Whoa, it was good.
Yeah, see.
So good.
I do want to know from you, as far as cookies go, as far as wrapped cookies. Do you prefer like the sugar cookie? Do you prefer the ones with the frosting? Do you prefer the oatmeal raisin, the chocolate chip cookies? There's a lot of different options. We had like 5 different options out there today.
I would say,
which way would you go?
I would say I would typically, if all things are equal and the safe play is a nice chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah.
Which is the one that you went with.
Yep.
I was feeling like oatmeal raisin. I hadn't had one in a long time. I like all cookies.
I'm not going to lie.
I like every cookie.
I parlayed a couple different cookies. I went with the oatmeal raisin and I went with the chocolate chip. So two-way parlay.
I actually just went with 2 oatmeal raisins today.
Oh.
I guess it had just been such a long time since I'd had that type. And I needed to see. I needed to try. And I really enjoyed it.
Yes,
I know that I still love them. So it is, of course, a Go to Jail Friday. We got some more Go to Jails from the burner phone. Let's go back to it right now. Saying, my guys right here.
No one's called me Moonlight Graham in 50 years.
My Go to Jail is this woman at my daughter's middle school orchestra concert. It was held in the cafeteria. So the audience sat on the lunch tables. This woman basically lays down across one of the benches. That's dumb. Taking up the spot for around 4 people and basically the entirety of the concert. Not only that, she takes off her shoes and socks and having her bare feet all over the benches and tables. Skip jail straight to hell. I can't disagree. I think we've set, Teddy, have we not set a precedent here? That if you're barefoot out in that's bad. We're not just talking about you went to the grocery store and you decided to throw your slides on, but you're otherwise clean, a good clean boy or girl, and you're wearing sandals to hit the store. If you're on a plane and you remove socks, it's death penalty.
I remove shoes. I don't remove socks on the plane. Shoes go, socks stay on.
No.
No?
No. Scotty. Teddy, right? No. No. That's 15 years in jail.
Oh.
No. Who are you, John Candy? Planes, trains? Oh, my dogs are barking. What are you, Del Griffith? No.
Yeah.
No shoes off.
No,
socks.
I'm doing it.
This woman gets death, I hate to say. it.
Yeah, on the cafeteria bench.
Socks off in front of a bunch of people at school? No. Like, we cannot be having that. No, I'm not going to allow that. You got any, you had a jail. You had a jail before we're done here. for at the something to do with, what was it, an oil change?
Oil change. It happened yesterday. I was kind of casually pulling into the parking lot, ready to get my oil change. There's 2 bays, and I was getting ready, and I was kind of slowly coming up to the bay. You know, I was not kind of rushing through.
You don't want to rush.
I don't want to rush.
Yeah.
And I had another car zoom right in front of me and get up to the oil change bay, which ended up costing me about 25 minutes of time because then I had to wait. And then I'm just angry. I'm just sitting there angry at the person who got the oil change before me. But yeah, I believe jail time is in order.
And that's your spot. I believe
it was my spot.
That's 5 years jail for that. That's just a bad move. It's not right. We did have, T-Bone from T-Bone and Tyvis. He was hitting us up on Twitter. He should have known the game to hit it with a My Guys or something, but I'll do it for him. He said, my good, clean boys.
She got a great ass.
He said, sorry, I've got to side with Scotty Vegas on the OSU Hoops unis. White can go to hell.
Yes.
Scarlet and gray would be the only 2 options I need. Basically sending me to jail right there.
Yep. Nah, absolutely.
Sorry.
We have enough white jerseys out there. Like, what? 85% of the colleges have white basketball jerseys.
I get that,
boring.
but it's not boring. It's classic. Those Ohio State white unis?
It's scarlet and gray, Tim. Scarlet and gray. No white.
The back page.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Scotty, what do you got?
All right, so Ken Williamson.
The idiot ref.
Suspended.
Jail.
Yes. The SEC is sending him to jail. They're actually permanently suspending him. And why do we know him as Buckeye fans? We know him from the Fiesta Bowl in 2019, as he was part of the crew. He was the head official of that OSU Clemson game. Now, I have a bigger problem with the replay official, who, of course, screwed over the Buckeyes, Sean Wade, with the targeting call, and then the overruled fumble at the end of the game, or in the third quarter, that would have given the Buckeyes the lead. Now, I do have a quick story from that game. I actually ended up going to that game, and Anthony Rothman, Matty Hayes, and I were late getting to the game because of the tailgate show. And so they didn't have any media seats for us. So they put us in this small, kind of like luxury box suite. It was incredible. But our suite was right next to the replay officials. Like literally from me to where Ted is across the glass here is where the replay official is. And so we are watching the entire replay process unfold.
You're seeing how obvious it is.
Yes, we are watching
Justin
them.
Ross, and
there's like 3 or 4 of these replay officials that are like pointing at things, and Anthony, Matty, and I are sitting there watching them, and we're like, it's obvious. It was a fumble. It was a Buckeye touchdown, and they overturned it. And they ended up overturning it. Terrible thing. Ended up costing the Buckeyes that Fiesta Bowl.
Way bigger deal than the Sean Wade targeting.
Yes, which was bad too.
Which was bad, but the missed fumble was just as egregious as it comes.
But it took everything in me, Timmy, because a member of the media, we're just there, we're guests in the press box. It took everything in me to not put cheeks up to glass at those replay officials.
Just moon away.
Yep.
Good stuff, Scotty. I did see someone from last night too. Big Z, I saw you getting after me. You didn't like my Romeo's play last night. I stand by it. But he's sending me to jail for thinking that I can just take a pizza night and go with a Romeo's. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, I took a picture of that pizza. It's fantastic. It's like a thick layer of cheese on top, and the loaded crust, stuffed crust, every now and then. Just takes you back to childhood.
You know what else is great pizza? Sweet night pizza, Tim. And that's what you're going to experience tonight.
That's right. It's going to be a great night. Go and listen to Common Man's Basement episode from last night on YouTube. If you didn't do that yet, make sure you check that out. And let's enjoy Jackets game tonight. Have a great weekend. Scotty Vegas, thanks a lot for doing it, man.
Oh, this was fun.
Appreciate it. Buckeye Show is up next on The Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got a couple-minute delay due to a crash that's on the right shoulder of westbound 104 between Hall Road and 71. You're also looking at a couple-minute slowdown on eastbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between 315 and 71. This report is sponsored by FranklinCrisisCare.org. Are you or someone you know feeling overwhelmed by a mental health or addiction crisis? The Franklin County Crisis Care Center is now open 24/7 with care from certified peers and professionals. Learn more at franklincrisiscare.org. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.